Right. So no math.
Farewell, Lyrian.
No
The
Lyrian.
little dog.
Farewell, Lyrian.
Farewell, Lyrian. So you guys are still in Greymoor presently.
Have we had a long rest? I think, like after the ordeal.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's fair that you had a long rest.
Yes.
I long rested at the
Fresh
end,
morning.
immediately at the end of the last session.
Right. And that's how come you've leveled up
And
so
yeah.
on.
Everybody welcome Hogsmoor, please.
Hogsmoor.
My little
Oh,
owl.
the owl.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
Little Hogsmoor.
Nice. And is that just a standard owl in D&D?
Just a standard owl, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The D&D basic owl. But he's
is it
brown.
indoors? Is it an indoor owl?
It's a potty trained owl, yes. He unless I command him not to be. If certain gimbals get out of line.
Well, you've told me that now, so I know it's deliberate and I can kill it. So,
Oh dear.
big owl, it's fine.
How much HP was I meant to have? Was it 22?
You should be. What's your constitution? I ended up with. I'm
on 15 again.
Fuck, I'm on 36.
15 again.
Oh yeah, that's a lot higher than what a cleric is.
And you've got 3 constitution bonus, so that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it says I'm meant to have plus 12. Oh yeah, I was meant to have plus 12 HP from constitution apparently.
Right.
Does it
but
say
my
your
rolled
level?
HP.
Right, so it should be.
Does it say you're level 4
12,
or level 1?
16.
Level 4. It just says for some reason my rolled HP is 3. So maybe if I change that.
You're set to rolled.
Where do you change that?
So if you go into edit character, so not manage levels.
I'm in manage levels.
No, go out of that. Go to edit character.
Where is that?
So you'll see a little cog next to your portrait when you're on your character sheet. So click this one, edit character.
Yep.
And then you'll have manage HP, next to your HP. And so if you go, both of those top things should be blank. So if it has anything in the HP modifier, get rid of it. If it has anything in override HP, get rid of it and click apply.
Right, hang on.
Mine just automatically goes to 1.
What does it say?
So
Can you take a snapshot of your of the little manage HP button when you open it?
Well, I've been opening the manage HP button, and that's what I've been looking at.
So
can I send screenshots? No, I can't send screenshots in here. Can
Why
I send
is it saying
screenshots
roll
in here?
HP 1?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Wait, hang on. If I put 4, I'm just going to try something, Maria. Just
it's in the chat.
Bear with me for a second. I'm just going to put 4 as your managed HP as your thing.
It should be fixed. It shouldn't have that rolled. You shouldn't be able to click that.
Well, I can click the I can click the rolled HP thing. There's an 18.
I found it.
What is it?
So now that you're in the character create thing, press in your next to your portrait. Oh, sorry, next to so right now you'll see character level 4. Press the arrow going back. So press previous twice.
So go back
as far as you can. So keep
to the
previous
all the way to home.
You go.
Yeah.
And then scroll down to hit.
So just go to home. Right.
Pick
I've got manual. Fixed.
I'm on manual. So if we go
fixed. Right. Okay. So everyone please do that. That should solve that problem. Thank you for showing us that. That's something I didn't know about D&D Beyond.
It gets pretty messy here. There's lots of little
35
pieces you got to find. I think I had the same issue. With
also, while I'm here, I should probably put my XP to milestone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Set everybody's XP to milestone. Turn off Magic the Gathering and Eberron content.
Oh, hang on.
Wait a minute.
No.
I think it's already off. I think the campaign blocks it, doesn't it? I thought it did.
I would have thought so, but
no, you're right. It is on. It is. What about Rick and Morty content?
Yeah, you can definitely turn that shit off.
Can we still safely ignore coin weights, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yay.
All right, now
Good, because I have no coins, so I'm light as a
Do we use
feather.
encumbrance?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can. I don't really care. I'm not going to be tracking your encumbrance, to be honest with you. If you want to do it, that's cool with me. And you can just sort of say to yourself, realistically, I could carry this much weight. If I start thinking, if you're carrying around 12 spears and 14 javelins and blah, blah, I'm going to start asking questions like, how are you actually doing that?
I'm now 27.
If I begin to suspect that you're abusing the encumbrance thing, we might just turn it on. So, but I'd rather not have to do the maths, and I don't think anybody is going to have fun doing the maths.
I mean, I love doing the maths, but okay.
Yeah, look, if you want to do it.
No. Let's not do it. I don't want to know.
Let's vote.
I've turned encumbrance on for myself.
Okay.
Oh, is it an on-off thing?
Yeah.
No, I'm against. Let's not do it. Too much effort.
Okay.
We will just be sane.
Right. Okay. So let's see. Who's got what hit points now? Let me see. Gimbal, you've got 36 hit points. Is that right?
Yep.
Hank, is it 24?
No, actually.
I need to reload that. Let's see.
I'm on 27.
Nice. That's more like it.
Does that sound right?
That does sound right.
Okay, good.
Josiah.
I'm pretty happy with 27.
So Josiah, you're only 24, huh?
Taking a step back so I can take a step forward later.
Okay.
All right.
And Tricky Bob is at 35.
I'm less than Gimbal.
I am 19.
Gimbal tanks from now on.
Turns out rangers are actually, if you want to, they're kind of pretty tanky. I've got some stuff I can do. Yeah, it's not bad.
Right.
I have an owl.
and you've got an owl.
Right.
Oh, Russ. Oh, sorry. One thing. So I just want to check for you. So I did swap my archetype to Beastmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you read the Tasha's thing about Beastmaster?
Yes, I have.
How do you feel about that?
6 months ago, I read it, and I'm trying to remember what the deal was.
Basically, so I'm okay with maybe if not, and then I progress, and my character starts to progress towards it. But the Tasha's Cauldron thing would be instead of having to befriend an animal, I would have a link with essentially like I can summon planar beasts. So I can summon either a beast, a beast of the sea, beast of the earth, beast of sea, or beast of the sky.
Yeah, right. Yep.
And then it takes kind of a shape, and I think generally, it has to be something reasonable, but it gives it a bit more power in that if it dies, I can use a spell slot to bring it back.
Okay.
It's got a bit more action, like I can use a bonus action instead of my action to let it actually attack or do something.
Right. That's cool. Yeah.
It's a bit more flexible.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Otherwise, it's very
changed
frustrating.
My thing.
Wasting your time with the Beastmaster. Otherwise, they were very underpowered.
Exactly. It's just I would otherwise I would essentially have it as a meat shield, and I'd feel bad about constantly killing my pets.
Yeah,
so,
and it's a waste of your attacks as well.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Maria. What were you going to say?
Oh yeah, I changed mine to Order Cleric, but it just means I like hierarchy and I yell at people.
I love it.
I think that doesn't really change too much.
Okay, let's have a look at
you
your
haven't been doing too much yelling so far, to be honest.
I could do with more yelling. Yeah,
more yelling.
Yeah,
screaming.
Yeah. I want to hear more yelling. More cowbell.
And have you upgraded? Have you added any spells, Maria, since you leveled up?
No, I haven't actually. I have not had time to go through all of my spells. So I only got 2nd level at this point. But if I go into manage spells, doesn't actually change anything at 4th level, does it?
Yep, known spells. You've got 1 more cantrip and 2 more prepared spells that you can select.
Oh, geez. Okay. Well, I'm going to be doing that while you guys talk. I'm just going to be reading all of these.
Sure.
Apparently, at 4th level, I'm supposed to get an extra spell slot, but I think I might have screwed up at the beginning because I remember always having 3 spell slots. I think I was only supposed to have 2. I don't know how that screwed up, but
how would it screw up though?
Well, because I've always had 3 spell slots, but I maybe I'm wrong, but I remember having 3 spell slots at level 3, and I don't think I was supposed to.
3.
That's just what I read from reading the basic rules. It says that now that I'm level 4, I should have, as an arcane trickster, I should have 3 spell slots, and I do.
You do. So
it's fine. I just
it
thought it
seems to
strange.
have fixed itself if it was a
I guess
problem.
so. I'm not giving up my hour.
Oh, and you've got a spell slot. Hank, you've got a spell that you haven't learnt yet too. You've got 3 of 4 known spells.
Oh, really?
Learned on your list, so you should add another spell.
Woohoo! All right, I'll do that then.
Otherwise, I'll just add one for you, and it'll be the worst one I can find. Yeah. Thank
you.
Ray of Sickness.
No, I don't want Ray of Sickness. Well, now I know what not to pick.
Make everyone throw up constantly. I don't see the problem.
You just use it in a tavern.
That could have some interesting effects, actually. It would be really interesting. That'd be quite fun.
An easy way to kidnap people.
What the hell is Jim's magic missile?
What? Oh, that's from... You've obviously got... certain... Hang on, I'm going to fix your character.
You don't know about Jim?
Jim Dark Magic from Acquisitions Incorporated. We need to turn...
I turned off all my weird content, though.
I gave everyone access to my content and I bought everything because it was cheap.
It's your fault. I'm pretty sure I turned off all of my extra content stuff, though. Maybe I missed one.
It does look like it's turned off. I'm looking at it now. That's weird.
Maybe I need to reload. Hang on. Let me do a little reload.
You didn't actually select it, did you? Like, is it in your inventory? Sorry,
no. I haven't.
No, it's just there as an option.
Like, what is it?
Pick it.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick it, but I was intrigued by the difference. I was wondering what the difference between Jim's magic missile and ordinary magic missile would be. But anyway, let's add a spell. I think Jim's is. Oh no, Jim's is still there.
All right. I was.
I'm not going to learn it. Flap. Maybe I should just learn magic missile as a fun thing. Oh no, expeditious retreat. All right, I'm going to learn that.
Okay. All right then. You learn expeditious retreat.
Very good.
We can say that you get it from the apothecary. Gives it to you.
I can say it. I got it from being a coward.
Well, it has to get into your. You have to get it into your spell book somehow.
Right.
As a wizard, so it's not just a case of you wake up one day and somebody's written something in your spell book, unless you had it in your spell book and you just couldn't use it until now.
Perhaps it was in the journal that we found from the dead cleric dude, and I was like, "Oh, take that for myself."
Could be. Could be. Yeah.
Even though it's not a cleric spell.
Clerics know everything already. It's amazing.
I think the apothecary might come and give it to you as a spell.
All right. All right, let's go with your one.
She's it would be a reward for having saved the town.
Okay. She saw all of the running away that I did and was like, you can have one of these.
Yes, that's right. That's right. But it was understandable running away, to be fair.
Oh, of course.
Everyone else was running away too. And I think probably after the fact, and some discussion is had. I don't know. They depends whether or not you tell people like how you came to be wardens of the thing. There might be more understanding if they realize that it wasn't such a case of, hey, we're these great warriors and we've decided to come here and do justice. It's more a case of you guys pretty much got selected for the job. Well, actually, you didn't get selected for the job.
No, we didn't. We really did just show off. But that's not what we have to tell them. That's not what we have to tell them.
I mean, they're people too. I think we can be honest. Say like, hey, look, we needed a job. We didn't know what it was going to be when we took it. We turned up, and now you have no werewolves. You're welcome.
Yeah, we saved
be an easy gig.
I'd like to go. Is Grimm around? Is Oswald around?
Oswald Grimm.
Yes.
Oswald is apparently in his room, according to Gwyll. And Gwyll says to you, would you like me to go and organize for him to come out and see you? Or would you like to see him in his room?
Maybe just to stand on ceremony, give our goodbyes.
He can come out. I want to check something with him.
All right. A few minutes later, Oswald comes out, sort of tottering on a crutch.
But
Yes, yes. What are you
Mr.
looking
Grimm,
for? Oh,
now that our business is concluded, there is the matter of payment. Now,
you're the one that kicked me on the ground. You think you're getting paid, lad?
Well, I mean, we still did a job, and I could do far worse than kick.
Your payment is being forfeit.
For kicking you?
And how many employers have you worked for that would allow such behavior?
Okay. I turn around. I was like, "Is he paying us, or do we go back to get paid?"
I think we go back, right?
How much were you told you were to pay us?
I'm not paying you at all.
What about the other lads?
They'll get paid when they get back to Vane Gate.
All right then. Okay.
Don't imagine for a moment that I am not capable of sending him a message to Vane Gate.
Okay. So I'm going to. So I haven't. Well, I don't know. Have I summoned my beast? I guess I would have summoned my beast by now when I woke up.
What are you gonna do, Gimble?
Well, I'd like my primal beast, who is a badger, a spectral badger. I say, and I'm going to say Momo, and then whistle, and it's going to like start stalking up to Oswald in an aggressive-ish manner, snarling.
All right. At which point, Sarg puts her foot down on its head.
Bad, Momo.
And stops it there.
Bad.
So
what you doing, Elf Ranger? You cannot hurt him. This is Oswald.
Mr. Starr, can you please not let Oswald send a letter?
I cannot.
Can you put in a good word for me?
This I can do.
Yes, let's do that. Thank you. I need you to send a letter to our employer in Van Gate.
Good luck with all of that, Ranger.
Okay.
You've blown your chance with me.
Oh, that's fine. I helped. I was for you, Grim. Okay. And
consequences.
You abandoned me last night.
Actions.
When I needed your help.
What did you think an old man like me was going to do?
I don't know.
We did give you the warning to leave the room before the werewolf transformed.
It's true, we did.
I did. I saved you.
In a lot of.
You did that, not him.
I wasn't there.
No, that was definitely me. Remember, I was standing behind the fellow as you came in, and I did this. I said, "Get out quickly!" And then the werewolf transformed and smashed through a window.
Tensions ran hot last night.
I apologize for the kick. I was flustered.
Very well then. As long as you apologize, I will take it into consideration.
Lovely. Good. And if you ever need help, I'm more than happy to assist.
You see him coughing blood up onto his hand.
Oh, do we
want to help?
I cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay, cross off a spell slot.
Russell.
Yeah.
Out of game. Can I change my mind about Expeditious Retreat? I'm sorry. I just realized there's no point in me having it.
Running away constantly.
I can already dash as a bonus action.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a wasted spell slot. Sure. I'd rather have Featherfall.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'll lock that in as my final answer.
Oh, you sure? I'll give you another 30 minutes to think about it.
Okay, cool. Give me another 30 minutes just in case. Thank you. As long as I won't use it until that time.
Yep.
Do we need lesser restoration on Oswald and not cure wounds, maybe?
I've already cast it.
I've already cast it, but I don't know if it helped. Can I tell if he seems a little better?
Yeah, a little better.
Is he cured from his black lung?
No.
Have you considered getting help, Oswald?
I can... Where are my spell slots?
It's against my philosophy of life.
Okay, so you've accepted this.
Everyone dies sooner or later, do they not? We can go about postponing it, but I've seen these things return again and again.
I don't mean to be rude or funny, but you've got a very grim outlook in life.
Comes with the name, doesn't it, I suppose?
You wouldn't happen to be related to the Vaingate Grims, would you?
Of course, yes.
Kind of sent out of Vaingate in disgrace.
Oh, this
we already made fun of him for it.
Followed me all the way here now. Why didn't you just bring that up, eh?
Well, I'm just wondering if we could help by any means.
Were you innocent?
Of course I was innocent.
Thought it happened before his time, right? It happened a long time ago, didn't it, Grim?
Yes,
a long
yes.
time ago. The sins of the father, right?
Precisely. Precisely. Sins of the father, yes.
Well, I get we're heading back to Vaingate. We're just
I personally never knew my father.
I tell you what, I think my business here is done. If you wish to escort me back to Vaingate, I'll pay you.
I mean, we are really good at escort jobs.
Yep.
You just keep your feet to yourself, Ranger.
Absolutely. Oh, Mr. Grimm, would there be a blacksmith or an armorer in town?
Well, the blacksmith's dead, isn't he?
Oh, right.
So's the tinker.
So is his daughter.
So's the bowyer.
So is everybody.
We've really destroyed the infrastructure of this village.
Should we just bring everyone with us? Should we do a big caravan out of this town?
We lost all our wagons.
They might have. No. Okay, we should leave them. But Mr. Grimm should certainly come.
Yes. I'll be more than happy to leave this dire, frigid place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's quite miserable.
All right, I'd say let's take this job and head back to Vaingate and get paid.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Grimm. Guys, there was in that note. There was the sword. Can we go dig up, see if that sword's still in the ground?
Well, when you get there, you discover there's a hole in the ground.
Nuts. Ice. Can I tell how fresh that hole is?
A few days.
Or
maybe a day.
Some little urchins nicked it, I reckon.
Any tracks?
You can make a survival check. Difficulty is quite high, though, due to the snowage.
18.
Actually, yes, there are some tracks.
What are we looking at? Human? One set of tracks?
Two sets of tracks, not werewolfy, human-y. Where's my notes? Right. One set of tracks. I've changed my mind. One set of tracks, quite small. Could be a halfling or a human child.
What direction did they go?
Went back to the town. Back to the tavern, in fact. And then disappeared in through the front door.
The halfling who lives at the back, friends with Tricky Bob.
Oh,
no, it's a dwarf. Oh, right.
Tricky Bob, you best go befriend them and find this sword. Could be very
Cathra Fenglove.
Cathra Fenglove, there you go. Well, it could be also an orphan.
Went back to the tavern.
Little orphan halfling.
Go on, go talk to them.
Okay.
All right, let's go back to the tavern, have a morning drink while Tricky Bob sorts this out.
All right, Tricky Bob.
Yes.
Tricky Bob, you go back to her door and you find Cathra sipping tea and writing in a journal. There's a cold draft coming through the back door as the stable boy comes in the hallway just beyond her entranceway, because she's only got a curtain over her door. And then he closes the door. Oh, it's cold, he says as he wanders past into the tavern. And Cathra turns around and she sees you. Oh, it's you.
Hello again. Just came to check on you. How long have you been hanging around Urim for?
What? To the
Well,
inn?
you know, you.
Well, I live here.
Yeah.
Yes, this is where I live.
Have you been out and about recently?
Not particularly much. I have been hiding here with all the werewolf business going on.
Well, it looks like that's mostly sorted now, doesn't it?
She dips her.
Must be safe to be out again.
She shakes the ink off the end of her quill and lays it down, turns around to face you properly. Would you like tea?
Yes, that sounds lovely.
She pours out a hot cup of tea. It's a sort of halfling tea that you've never had before, and hands you a cup. Please sit if you like. You can sit here. And she moves over to the bed and leaves the stool for you to sit on.
All right, I sit down on the stool and I look over at her parchment and I ask, oh, what have you been writing down there?
Just the events of the last few weeks, my life.
You've seen anything interesting?
Well, yes, besides you, though. That's the main thing.
I see. Anything worth sharing?
I think you probably know a lot more about it all than I do. Perhaps you can fill me in on some details.
Well, I mean, besides the werewolf thing, really.
Oh.
Can I do a investigation check just to see if she's been outside recently?
Yep.
Just considering the fact that the steps were, it was almost a net 20, but it's not. It's an 8.
Yeah, you can't really see anything. It's an 8 - 1. Don't. Yeah, you're not noticing anything. Her boots are all sort of tidy over in the corner. They don't have mud or frost on them. Nothing's wet. You don't see any clothes dripping or anything like that.
Snap.
Because I'm not too sure what happened to that sword thing because I didn't actually get the note last time, so I don't know what I'm actually looking for.
That was the sword in the tomb. The sword in the skeleton.
No, it was a sword. It was a sword separate. It was next to a there was a tree with an owl carved into it, and so someone had advised to bury this sword at this tree because someone they were saying I'm going to need this. So and it was abbreviated with the letter T.
T. Well, it wouldn't be unless it's Cathra.
Tathra.
With a T. Interesting.
Russell, yes. I have decided on my spell.
Okay. What is it this time, Hank?
Snare.
Snare. Okay.
Snare.
All right. Remind me what that does.
All right. So snare, first level, abjuration, casting time 1 minute. As you cast the spell, you use the rope. You have to use some rope, which I need more of, by the way, to create a circle with a 5-foot radius on the ground or the floor. When you finish casting, the rope disappears and the circle becomes a magic trap. The trap is nearly invisible, requiring a successful intelligence check against your spell save DC to be discerned. Trap triggers when a small, medium, or large creature moves onto the ground or floor in the spell's radius. That creature then needs to make a dex save or be hoisted into the air, leaving it hanging upside down for 3 feet.
Right, cool. So it's basically a Wookiee trap, or rather a Ewok trap. Right, gotcha.
Cool. So essentially we're looking for the sword, or whoever took the sword, because we think that they might be connected to the obelisk or the little grave underneath.
I wasn't really overthinking it. I just really wanted I just wanted whatever the sword was.
Oh, dude, okay. You can have my magic longsword. I've got a longsword +1 if you want it.
Needs to be finesse, I think. I planned for a finesse thing.
I see.
Okay. So we're just literally looking for a cool sword for you.
Not so much. It's interesting though. I'm curious about what's going on. It's more of an investigation thing, but also sword.
Are you still gonna bother the halfling?
You know what? I might, because it seems like she's interested in information herself, and I don't think there's anything wrong sharing what we found. My opinion, personally. If anyone's particularly against it.
No,
I think we can be open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, in that case, I look over to Catherine and I say, "Yeah. Well, the werewolves for one thing, but I think there's a lot more. There's a lot more relating to this town that might be causing a whole bunch of suspicious activity here."
Truly. Like, what do you think what it might be?
Well, the temple. Are you the fan of the temple? Do you go there often?
Oh yes, of course. Everyone here goes to the temple.
But you obviously heard what happened to Oswald.
Oh, the Dalagar, you mean?
Yes.
Oswald's great.
It was Oswald Grimm and Father.
Yes, that's right. Out of game.
Father
Yes.
Dalagar.
Well, you know why he's gone, right?
Well, I understand he was infected.
Infected,
right?
or the source of infection, mayhaps.
Oh, truly? Is that so?
That's me drinking her tea.
Right. Yes, you can drink that in character.
Yeah. There's something in my throat. Well, yes, he has a tunnel underneath his temple. Leads to a certain
Oh my goodness.
Leads to an underground tomb.
Really?
Spooky skeletons and stuff.
Yes. Hank, you can be here as well if you want to. Maybe.
Oh, am I not here?
You weren't there, but you can be.
We were all kind of just waiting.
Well, there's no door, so you guys can literally just wander in.
Yeah, I'll wander in. I'll hear you talking, and you'll say like, "Oh, there's a passage down there." Like, "Oh, spooky skeletons and stuff."
So at that point, Catherine says, "Oh, you might as well come inside if you want. If you're going to listen in from the hallway."
That's a good point.
Pulls the curtain open.
Yes, well,
I'd love a cup of tea.
My room is not especially private. People all over can hear our conversation, Do you have a room that you'd prefer to have this conversation in?
We had a room upstairs, didn't we?
You did.
Yeah, plenty of rooms.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, let's go back to our room.
Bring the tea set.
I don't know if Hank heard any of that, so I'll just wait till he's got his headphones back on. Or his sock phones.
There he comes.
Sock phone?
What's he doing?
Putting socks on.
Putting socks on?
Oh, okay. All right. So I thought he was literally putting socks on his head. Okay, right.
Right. There he is. There he is. So, Hank, the scene is going upstairs to one of your rooms so you can talk privately.
All right.
Excuse me. I'm dying.
Grim, keep it down on that.
As we're climbing the stairs, I get flashbacks of Lyrian in the room with the little girl, and I get a bit sad.
What happened to Abigail?
Wasn't she the werewolf?
No.
No. She was that
kid that we know of.
We kidnapped.
Yes, the urchin.
Isn't she staying in your room or something?
Yeah.
She was with Lyrian.
She'll be around.
She was with Lyrian.
I think she disappeared with Lyrian.
Okay.
Mysteriously.
Yes. All right. Well, you can say goodbye to those two.
Yeah.
Lyrian was all like, "Oh, I'm going to go and do all this stuff," and I'm like, "You know what? You're a werewolf. It's not going to happen."
We'll come across her one day, and she'll be like in a pit somewhere, rolling around in her own filth. We'll be laughing at her like, "Ha ha ha! You werewolf! You suck!"
Right. Yeah.
So much for that big story arc. Okay.
She's quite intense, that character.
She's great. I enjoyed her how to put it nicely, utter disdain for Gimbal. That was great.
I think it's fair. I mean, it's fair.
Yeah, you're a difficult team member.
Difficult team member. That's a bit mean, isn't it?
Fantastic.
All right, guys,
I love it.
You get upstairs. Oh, look, my camera's got to come back. Okay, you get upstairs and you shut yourselves in, and Catherine comes in with you, and she brings her teapot with her upstairs in case anybody else wants more tea. And so, yeah, what are you going to say? What are you going to ask her, if anything?
Well, we're on about the obelisk, and then
obelisk. What?
It's a really big rock.
Yes.
Do you guys want to make? Do you guys want to make insight checks?
The dragon eye on it.
Yes.
Actually, we didn't ascertain that it was a dragon eye, did we? We had an hourglass.
I think we did.
Somebody figured out it was a dragon eye.
It was either a golden dragon or an onyx dragon or something like that.
Staring at the dragon eye.
Oh yeah, but who can trust anything that she says? She's a werewolf.
True.
True. 16.
You got me.
It's that elf guy that ran off with the kid.
Gimbal, it's not so much that you don't get any insight off her; it's that you're distracted with something.
Tea.
I
love tea.
This is probably all the shade that Hank was throwing at him.
Right. Investigation for Josiah, 17. All right. So those of you that succeeded on this check, you really don't think she's lying about anything. She does seem to be genuinely surprised about the new information that you're giving out to her. And also, given that she was one of the original victims of this whole thing, like her cattle were slaughtered, it doesn't make sense that she would be somehow caught up in this particularly. So you feel quite trusting towards her. She's a bit depressed about the whole thing. She's quite sad. People that she's known for a long time have passed away. She's lost, obviously, her own cattle, but also friends. Father Delagar, who she trusted. So her life has been upended.
If I could ask a question of you, I know that you've lost a lot of people in this town, but is there anything that you could, any one person in particular in the town who is perhaps more close to Father Delagar in the temple than others? Someone who maybe Delagar was you confided in, maybe someone like an acolyte of the temple or some such.
That's a very good question. I would have to think about that. Let me think about that. I would have thought perhaps the apothecary out of game. She tells you her name straight off the bat, but I'm trying to remember it.
Is apothecary alive?
Yep.
Dark elfy girl. No, she's no wait.
Yeah,
she was the artificer.
She taught me a spell.
Ah.
I mean, she taught me another spell.
Eldariel Hoxaris is her name.
It's a mouthful. Eldariel.
Yeah, there's a lot of names in this world that are quite a mouthful. That's like my trademark. Come up with the biggest, most difficult to pronounce names.
Was that an elf?
Yes, she is a high elf.
Oh,
actually, she's bald.
But she smells like flowers.
Think Tilda Swindon. Kind of androgynous, long neck, very intense.
Say, Cathra, is there anything really keeping you here anymore?
Well, no, I suppose not.
Would you want to, expand and maybe travel somewhere, come back south of us to Maingate?
I could consider that.
Thinking of getting a caravan together.
That's not a terrible idea. I might consider that, yes. When will you be leaving?
We're leaving with Grim
today or tomorrow.
A couple of days.
Let's say 2-3 days.
Pretty loose about it.
2-3. Yeah. Whatever works.
I'll think about that. I think that's very possible. I would have to do some I suppose I'd have to say goodbye to so many people.
Anyway, but what we're doing right now is we're walking around tying up some loose ends. Where were you? Have you been up to anything in particular? We've been talking to a few people, and we've noticed a couple of smallish people wandering around at night, which we thought would be quite dangerous.
Smallish people wandering around at night,
possibly children, but I'm sorry, we can't possibly.
Is this official business?
It is. We're not quite finished with our tasks.
You think there might be another werewolf?
We're just we've done the test. We've done the test for the townsfolk. We don't think it's anyone here, so we just need to ascertain if it's anyone someone may know
outside of the general public.
No, I don't go out at night. No, that's a terrible idea. It's too cold. Besides, you'd catch you to death.
Can I do a perception check?
You can. You can make an insight check.
Insight. So ignore. Oh, well, ignore my natty one then.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there you go. I'm hot tonight.
Tonight with a massive gentleman's 4.
All right.
What about the single digits?
Making me blush.
Right. Yeah, she doesn't seem to be too. It's not too obvious what she's telling the truth or not. You can't tell.
Okay. All right. I go back. I go. Well, I'll be downstairs. And I leave the room.
I'm also going to head downstairs with you.
Okay. As you get downstairs, you see Gwillem, or Gwill rather, come through. He's getting some sort of a hot jug of some sort of liquid. It smells alcoholic with some fragrances in it, from Sarg, who's just finished mixing it up behind the bar. And he picks it up off the counter, which is just above his head, and carries it down the hallway. And you see his diminutive form turn around towards Oswald's room.
So, what was that just now? It smelled good.
Medicine.
You make the medicine? Or is it the apothecary?
It's easy enough. Apothecary brings me the ingredients. I make it from that.
Is that for Oswald?
Yes.
He's not doing too good, is he?
No.
How long have you been treating Oswald?
So I'm gonna leave the room as well and come downstairs.
Since he come here a few months back.
And was he sick then?
Yeah, has he been getting any better, any worse?
Same. Maybe worse.
Can I I'd like to lean over and have a wee look, see at what she's carrying and maybe give it a whiff and see if I can discern anything. Oh, she's already gone?
Like she's gone to Grim's room.
She didn't go anywhere.
Gwill
went to the boy.
Gwill went with the potion or whatever.
That's right. Gwill took the potion from the counter and carried it down the hallway towards Grim's room.
Is there maybe a scent that lingers in the air?
You can make a perception check. Just in perception.
All right. A simple perception check.
Maria.
Can I walk Cathra back to her room?
Before you do that, my purpose of coming downstairs was to have a quick peek in her room.
16.
And do like a little investigation.
Well, that could backfire. 16.
Okay, well.
Yep.
16, you say. Oh, you rolled it on dice, didn't you?
I rolled it on dice. Yeah.
I can't see it in the chat log. Okay.
I can put it in the chat log if you like. If it makes it easier.
Actually, that wouldn't hurt if you did that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. No worries. I can do that from now on.
Hang on, not the chat log. You can't actually add it to the game log.
Oh no. I was just going to put it in the Zoom chat.
You could do that. That would work. Yeah. That would help.
All right.
That'd be good. I can just open it up and keep it over here. Cool bananas. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so you're 16. You get a smell of it, a whiff of it. It smells like some sort of it smells like Vicks Vapor Rub, something like that. It's something soothing and has a very minty, high flavor, high smell. It's going to clear the nose and soothe the throat.
Okay, but nothing weird at all.
No,
I can't detect anything weird in there.
Not that no, you can't.
Probably wouldn't cure the black lung though instantly, would it?
No, it relieves certain symptoms temporarily.
She gets some to go. Oh, should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I do a sort of medicine check to figure out if restoration would help black lung? Do I have like that knowledge?
Yeah, I think you could make a medicine check. That's a good idea.
Where's medicine? 15.
15. You've heard of clerics clearing out certain diseases using lesser restorations and things like that in the past. They have been able to cure diseases like that. Paladins especially good at it. It usually, there's a high chance that it will work. There's also a chance that it might come back, that he's got some sort of predilection for it somehow, or it's in more than just part of his body. And like, you might be trying to heal his black lung, but he might have, like, scientifically, there might be cancer running through his blood. It might be in other parts of his body, and it might come back to his lungs.
Could be a curse.
Would certainly give him a few months, if not years, back to his life, though. There's a good chance that you'll extend his life with a lesser restoration.
Neat. I'll consider that then. But I'm still standing on the stairs with Cathra.
Okay.
And I'm just telling her, like, hey, there's a lot more opportunities for you out there down south. There's really shouldn't stay around here anymore. This place isn't safe. It's only going to get worse.
Right. As you're saying that,
is.
Gimble's popping his head in through the curtain. All right, Gimble, do you want to make an investigation check?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
13. What are you looking for, Gimble?
I want to look for anything that looks like it's been recently shifted or moved. So not to get too specific, but actually, no, it's quite difficult if I'm just peering in through the curtain.
You want to step into the room?
You're a ranger, man. You can track stuff. I'd say
I want to footprints. So how dusty is the room? First of all, does it look like she goes around the whole room very frequently? Are there any footprints that stand out?
Think of this room as, Harry Potter's little space under the stairs.
Oh, okay. Okay. But with only one access and egress, the curtain?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, but it would okay, so is there any dust? Are there any footprints that look like they've been out of place? Like, so if there was a big pile of dust on the floor, for instance, from not being well treaded.
The floor has a rug on it.
Okay.
So there's that. You see boots put into sort of a little shelf in the corner, one pair of boots and a pair of slippers above those.
Okay. Are the boots? No. I won't check that. What about a shawl or a cape or something for outdoors?
Yep, all of that stuff is hanging up on a hook.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can I tell? I want to investigate. Is there any frost or snow on the cape?
No.
Okay. Oh, no, that's it then. I poke my head back out.
Okay. As you poke your head back out, I'm going to do a thing. That involves me doing this particular thing, which involves your Gimble. Wow, your passive perception is exactly what you rolled. Gimble, as you come out, you look down at the floor briefly, and you see some muddy footprints on the floor, that muddy, snowy footprints going around towards Oswald's room. But to be fair, there's footprints all over the place, up and down the stairs. It's a tavern.
Yeah. But the mud trails that in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pulling suspicious faces, and I turn around and walk back to the others at the bar.
All right. At that point, Cathra and Maria, Tricky, Bob, you get down the stairs back to her room. And
I bid her farewell.
She says, I think it might be time for 11sies.
Probably is time for
11sies.
Yeah.
What time is it? Is it night?
11.
Morning. No, it's
No, 11 a.m.
But it's not 11 a.m.
Oh, because we've had a long rest. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we've had a long rest.
Cool. It's 11 o'clock in the morning now at this point.
Yeah.
You had a nice, restful sleep.
Very good.
Yeah. Had a chance to write new spells into your spell books and commune with Moradin, etc., and all of these things.
I'd like to talk to the bartender.
Okay. Oh, one other thing, Gimble. What happened? Did you lose a bow at some point?
I lost the string snapped.
Okay.
I didn't lose the bow. I just stopped using it, really.
Okay.
So I've got the longbow, but it's just I just in that last fight I pretty much didn't use it. Oh no, because I shot the father.
Yeah,
right.
You restrung it. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
So it's
I was
still
gonna
there.
have someone bring you a string for a bow, but apparently you don't need it, so that's fine.
No, I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right. So
Who would do that?
Cathra is in the bar in the tavern. You guys are in the tavern. Everybody is in the tavern.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're all in the tavern.
All right. Sarg is looking at you. She pours another round of ale for everybody and tells the dwarf, whose name is
another dwarf.
Kitchen dwarf.
The kitchen dwarf.
Dwarf.
Oh yes.
What's his name? Othel Farhorn, the cook, comes out, and they deliver you a fantastic meal for breakfast, brunch, and such. 11sies.
Nice.
Excellent.
And they offer you another elf comes out too comes in to visit. A very high-born looking elf. You might have seen him around once or twice in the last few days. And he
Larian
brings a bottle of very fine wine. It's made of some sort of blueberry flavored wine in the elven style, so it's quite potent.
I was looking at the other guys. We didn't have anything else to do today, did we? We're good, right? Yeah. Have some of that.
I'll have some of that too, please. I'll have a lot of that, actually.
Oh, sorry. Yes. No. Do we recognize him?
We saw him.
Have we been introduced?
You haven't been properly introduced, I don't think.
Did we prod him with the arrow?
We would have.
Yeah, everyone got prodded.
Very thorough.
I think that brings us a little closer than just acquaintances, you know.
He calls himself Kalkian.
Kalkian.
Well, Matt Kalkian, what do you do in this town?
He says to you, well, I've been here for some time now. I'm trying to purchase some land near Greymoor. It's the perfect temperatures out here by the mountains to grow this particular brand of grape. So I should like to start a vineyard.
Well, that sounds lovely. It brings some good business here.
Yes. Are you looking for investors?
Well, I wouldn't say no to the conversation if you were to express an interest.
Do you have land already picked?
I have chosen out some lands, yes, but I thought I would wait until such a time as this town was a little safer before I got too deeply involved. But I've been here for...
This is probably the safest it's going to be in a long while, I would imagine.
Well, you don't know that. Still some...
Yeah, but...
Oh, really? What don't we know?
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, probably nothing.
It's probably only going to get safer from here.
Just the world.
I saw a raven. Didn't look nice.
A raven.
Yeah, grapes.
Should we be concerned about ravens?
Well, they do eat grapes, apparently, right? Yeah.
Well, yes, that's true.
Ravens
you need a scarecrow to scare the crows.
Oh, yes, I am aware of these tricks of
how much farming do you know? Are you going to be okay with this, or is this just like a whim? What do you do normally before this farming? What were you before? You weren't like a juggler or anything, were you?
What's wrong with that?
He looks at you from his seat over his very fine robes.
Or a librarian?
I am from Hemoth Tirith originally. It's far to the south in the lands of Sidariel Tularathion, the elven realms, which you should be familiar with.
Yeah. I've been there. I'm a bit over it myself. For the woods. But yeah. So why'd you leave?
Well, you see, I have this recipe that has been handed down through my family for this elven dessert wine. And I've been looking for the right place to grow such grapes for some time now.
Okay, so you do know what you're doing.
90 years now I've been traveling, and I've decided here is one of the best spots I could possibly find. If only for the security of the grapes.
Maybe we should protect this town a bit more.
I do like it here.
Doesn't offer much else though, does it?
It's pretty cold.
Yeah, but we've got nice warm finery. We can get warm clothes here. They know how to deal with that kind of stuff.
We've got a real wolf problem here as well. I don't know if you really want to stay.
Truly a wolf problem here too. Well, I've heard of your werewolves, but surely you defeated them, did you not?
We defeated the werewolves.
Yeah, we did. Quite thoroughly.
Well, we defeated the ones we found.
We poked.
You know, you never know what else is out there.
You guys are just seeding paranoia with everyone we meet, aren't you?
I think we're good.
Yeah.
I was
going to say, Tricky Bob, way to dampen the mood there. You know.
We know there's at least one werewolf out there.
Another werewolf.
Well, that's true. But she's a nice werewolf.
You know.
Well,
right?
You've not vanquished the final one of these creatures?
No, we vanquished
We're 2 for 2.
The big daddy. But
we're 2 for 2, and that's all you need to know.
He managed to make another one before he died.
You don't think the final one should be destroyed before you leave town?
It's gone. It's left town as well.
Yeah, we chased it off. It gave us its word.
The werewolf gave you its word.
Yeah.
Signed a contract.
Very, very nice werewolf.
I'd like to say Gimble's pissed now and his head hits the table.
Yeah.
Sarg is sort of listening to this conversation from across the bar. So your friend is gone.
Yeah.
As we know.
I'll say,
she is wolf too now.
Yeah. Yep.
You think she come back?
No. Probably not.
I say she was pretty fed up with the place.
How do you know she won't come back?
She was very in control of her ability to transform. It was kind of spooky. Like immediately she was able to control herself. So, I mean,
there's nothing for him here.
And she didn't really like us very much. So
she wasn't here, to be fair. We probably should consider that.
I want to take Sarg aside for a second.
Yep.
And just say, Sarg, can I talk to you? You know, half elf to half orc.
Yes.
Halfies.
Yeah. You're a pretty big lady. You seem like you're pretty in control of yourself.
She looks at you suspiciously.
I'm not
Not weird.
Not flirting with you, believe me. You're not my type. Every time I've fought in the last 8 weeks, I've gotten my ass kicked. And I need a little bit of training. And you seem like you're in full control of yourself.
She grabs your arm and puts her fist around your bicep. Just because you're weak.
Yeah. And that's what I want to fix. Where
Can't fix this, I'm afraid. You have human blood.
Yeah, you suck, man.
Well, so do you.
And elf.
Do some push-ups.
Yeah.
Do some push-ups.
Yeah.
Where can I kit myself out in some heavy armor? Oh, some armor.
And Hank sees Gamble saying, do some push-ups, but he can't figure out anything clever to say. So
I've got a complex here. Yeah. I'm bearing my soul.
I don't know the answer to this because with the blacksmith gone, everything is confused. Who owns these things now? Him, his daughter dead too.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
The blacksmith's house didn't burn down, did it?
No, it didn't.
It's free real estate.
I think I need to take a trip.
We need to decide what the chain of ownership is.
Well, possession is 9/10 of the law.
Who was he closest to besides his daughter?
You come here a lot.
Pretty close to you then?
Yes.
Do you think that maybe you own his things now?
Or can at least look after them?
Yeah.
Maybe we can sell his things, give money to help build better church, temple.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, fix the hole that Father McGillicuddy made in it.
Here's what I think we could do, Sark. Is myself and Josiah here need to amp up our equipment a bit. I've been hit by a deer. I've been bitten by a dog. having attacked by werewolves and constantly beaten up. What we could do is, as we are wardens of Greymoor, we could requisition some armor, and you could charge a premium price back to Van Gate, saying that it was necessary to cleanse your town.
You going to stay here, protect Greymoor?
For a while, I think.
For a time.
2 days.
Until we're confident that it is
2
truly
days, please.
safe. Or at least until the next crew get here.
We don't have to escort Oswald all the way back. We could go halfway.
Oswald would stay
And
here.
come back.
No, we wouldn't escort Oswald. He'd stay here. What's he got to accomplish over there? We can look after him here.
Need
What do you
to
want
ask
to do here?
questions of
Well-
my friend.
Which friend was that?
You'll see.
Okay.
She says,
Just
you wait
protect-
here. I come back.
Okay.
She
I'm
goes
going to have
on.
another drink.
All right. She leaves you in the capable hands of the other barmaid.
Talk to
the
Kalkian a
barmaid.
bit more.
Yep.
So Kalkian, did we poke you?
So it's just going to duck to the alley.
I was personally hoping to be able to leave this town soon.
Me too. I have to admit, Tricky Bob, I was looking forward to looking at something other than snow.
Well,
Yeah.
that's still on the table. That's still on the table here.
I was
And I
hoping
want
to
to
do
take
that very
Catra out of
shortly.
here.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe we do head out.
yeah. Let's blow this joint. Then.
I was just trying to give him a bit more
Yeah.
cash.
Look, at some point, I'd like to invest in some kind of a business, but not in the middle of snow.
Snowland. Middle of
Sounds like a
nowhere.
bad idea. How does he even know
Right.
they're going to grow here?
Right.
Does he have
Well,
like a
no,
pilot?
He's like 100 years old.
I get
Yeah,
that.
but-
He's probably right, but I don't really want to invest in a winery. I'm more of an ales guy anyway, and I'd rather invest in some little urchin who wants to run around and find alchemical ingredients for us or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Right. It's a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Get us little things, and she brings us treaties every. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Hang on. Well, let's hear what this friend has to say.
Okay,
All right,
so
well, let's let 'em talk
Sarg
about it.
returns with funnily enough, the apothecary. Comes in, and she says, "Greetings, all. Have we met?
Rotang.
Eldariel, how are you?
Ariel.
Mm.
You know my name.
How's the
Excellent.
poke?
We have you at a disadvantage. Haha.
It seems that you do. Perhaps you'd like to introduce yourselves."
I am Hank. I am nice.
I am Gimbal. This is Momo.
I should like to
Point to
take
my
you at
badger.
your word then, Hank. Greetings, Kimball.
I'm Josiah. And the quiet one down there, staring pensively at the floor, that's Tricky Bob.
Greetings, all. So,
I'm writing notes.
tell me again, what is your proposition that you have made to Sarg? She said that you have suggested some
it was
sort of business transaction.
It might have gotten a bit out of hand, but our proposal would be since the blacksmith is no longer with us, that we would go, ascertain for our trip back, ascertain equipment, and then we would request that you send the information on to Van Gate, saying that the wardens required this information. It's a little dodgy, but then you can charge a premium price and help fund towards the town.
And just to sweeten the deal, maybe, if there's any last things you need us to do before we go, we could maybe knock one or two of those off, and then, we leave the town in a much better place than we found it.
Well, I am aware that certain members of the community have been behind on their taxes, and Mr. Oswald Grimm has been very vocal about collecting that tax, which is why he's stayed here for such an inordinate amount of time so far, despite his poor health.
I would like to peer over when he says this. I'd like to peer. She.
Yeah.
When she says this, I'd like to peer over at Kalkin to see if he shifts in his chair about the taxes. Mister, you land acquirer.
Check. You can make an insight check.
Go. Oh my. Oh no, that is terrible. It's weird because the dice landed right in. It looks like it landed not how a dice could. It looks like 2 or 18. It was weird. But anyway.
Okay, so you don't notice anything particularly about him at that moment. She says, so therefore, if there were some sales to be made from the town generally, perhaps the town could sell you some things that you could then would help pay for the taxes.
Tax write-off, shall we say?
Yes.
I think we can probably arrange something with Oswald.
Well, if you speak to Oswald, I'm sure he is the only one with the authority to make these decisions. He is presently the highest authority in the town as far as the protectorate is concerned.
Still, though, Sarg's the leader, though, right?
Well,
Sarg, here's what
he's the leader of the people, right?
Yeah,
Sarg is the one the people live at.
Sarg is a community organizer. Yes.
Right. Sarg, we sell all the equipment, or we transfer all of the equipment in a wagon back to Van Gate as tax payment for the city, for the town.
It's possible. Go and speak to Oswald about this.
All right.
Okay, I march off down the corridor. Graham, Mr. Graham.
All right, and you knock on his door.
Kind of sounds like bribery to me.
You're
I knock on the door.
Okay.
It's not bribery. It's tax payment. It's
bribery and tax evasion.
It's tax
goods and services, GST. Okay, so we're supplying goods to pay the debt. I mean, it makes sense.
Why don't we just offer to heal him? To heal him in exchange for
we're not paying Grim
of the numbers.
Yeah, the town.
He was sent here to get the money.
Yeah, so the townspeople will use the estate, which is now fluid. It's liquid. They're going to make that, and they're going to use that to pay the taxes.
How do we ensure everyone pays correct income tax?
We don't. We use.
Well, that doesn't. I don't know.
We take all of the equipment from the blacksmith in a wagon. We take it back to Van Gate and say, "Here's the overdue tax." From Greymoor.
Knew a dwarf would be the one penny pinching.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't seem really right to me.
It sounds like
obviously some of these people are making a profit, and we're not taxing them correctly.
It sounds like using a racehorse to pay off a debt. You know.
Yeah.
I think Tricky Bob needs to stay here with Grim, and they need to start hounding these tax debtors.
In any case, you go to Grim's door and you knock on his door, and the door opens, and you feel the immediate warmth of his room come pouring out from the huge fireplace in there.
Toasty.
And you see Grim in his fur cloak wrapped around him, his hat's off, and you see his scraggly hair about his head and his unshaven face. And he looks up to you. You notice that he's got this long sword in his hand, and he's examining the blade. You can see the firelight reflecting off the long sword as he does so, and you see all these runes down the side of the blade.
Mr. Grim, can I see that, please?
Get away.
All right. Well, we have a proposition for you, since you intend to travel with us back to Van Gate.
Yes, what's your proposition? He puts the sword over by the fireplace carefully.
Firstly, and I look over at Tricky Bob.
Tricky Bob here, is he?
Yeah, I think we all went.
Yes.
Oh, you're all here.
Yeah.
Firstly, I am not. I stayed at the bar because I wanted to get pissed, but then I saw everyone leaving, so I followed. But I'm a couple of steps behind.
Okay. Are you being stealthy or anything?
As soon as I heard the sheathing of a blade, yes, I decided to push myself against the wall.
Okay. You can make a stealth check if you like.
All right. Thank you.
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, why not, eh?
Can't guarantee it's going to be relevant, but you never know.
8. I'll put it in the chat as well. But
cool, thank you.
It's an 18.
18. Crikey.
Yeah.
My goodness.
All right. So now, what do you all want back at my door again? When are we leaving this?
Well, we'll leave as soon as this business is sorted. But it is midday and we're all quite drunk, so maybe tomorrow. But we have drunken inspiration. So, firstly, we remember from initially we had when we first came to investigate, we know that you were arguing with the blacksmith over taxes before he met his unfortunate demise. Not to suspect you, as you're not a werewolf, as we have poked you, and I have kicked you. Now, Could you please let us know, is there a list of specific townsfolk in order who still owe you tax?
That's not your job, Ranger. You're looking
No,
to
but
get your
hear me out.
fingers
This
in
is
on
a
the tax collecting
proposal.
business now.
No,
I know what you're up to.
No. You misunderstand. I'm honorable.
That has already been established.
Right. But okay, well, I will propose all right, I'll put our proposal forward, but it would help for my good cleric here, this fine cleric of order. There is some skepticalness towards my plan, and it would help to know.
I think the word you're looking for is skepticism.
Yes, that's skepticism towards my plan. And so what I'd just like to know basically is, are you, with these taxes, is it most of the town, or are there only a set few people who have not paid their tax, and are they well off?
What difference would it make to you, Ranger?
It wouldn't make any difference to me at all.
So why do you ask?
Make a difference to Miss Tricky Bob.
Oh, well, perhaps she should ask the questions then.
Well, we're having a debate about all the left by estate, or the deceased estate from the blacksmith and the cooper and the father, what's his name, and everyone else.
The tinker,
Delagar, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just the whole massacre, right? There's a lot of real estate left out there. Not that I'm saying specifically like profitable out here, but it's still. And my proposal would be personally is to forfeit all of that estate and put it into a community trust and use it to improve the town, to refurbish the temple, take it back into the community, as I say, make this town a bit more livable. But everyone that owns tax still needs to pay their income tax. That's the only fair way of doing it, especially considering there are some big investors coming into place.
Truly.
Yes.
Investors, you say?
Oh,
yes. There's a wealthy elf.
Never mind.
What was his name?
Eldariel. No, Kalkeen.
Yes.
The high elf.
Yes.
Fancy dreams of vineyards. Fancy. Yes, he's got some grape seeds and a recipe.
Yep.
Yes.
That's
and
what
you've tasted it. And
you've
tasted that recipe. Oh wait, no, you haven't. That's the apothecary. Never mind. Have you tasted it?
Blueberry wine. It's all right.
Blueberry wine. How much tax do you think that would cost? It's all
it
pipe
seems
dreams for now, isn't it?
Well,
yeah.
The alternative.
The alternative is that I seize all these assets.
Yes.
And remove them.
Doesn't seem like you've been doing a very good job, though. And you're going to head back to Vangate in, 2 days, and you haven't collected all the tax that you meant to anyway?
You do have a point there,
what's that going to do for your family's name? It'll be as good as the South Wall name. That's what it's going to do.
He takes a pause for
inspiration.
He takes out a piece of paper and he says, "These are the taxes owed." And there's a total of about 700 gold pieces between 2 or 3 different groups of people. 300 of that is owed by the blacksmith. 100 of it is owed by the tinker.
Also dead.
Also dead. Oft.
Yep, you got 400 sorted.
Yeah, let me take some notes.
I'm tracking.
The bowyer owes nothing.
Who's that?
The guy had his head ripped off.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Who am I missing?
The temple. Oh no, they're religious. I don't know if they don't pay tax.
Yeah, you can't tax religion.
No, that's in our world.
Not really
Maybe
fair.
You can here.
No, I think they're tax exempt.
Damn it.
Bummer.
They have their own exemptions. Yep.
No one that's alive. These are all the deceased estates.
Yeah, these are the deceased estates. Yeah.
Who owes the most remaining then?
And there's
Who's
like
still around.
Another 300 gold remaining that actually we'll call it silver rather than gold. Another 300 silver owed by general members of the community. He says, I would be prepared if we were to liquidate these assets to write off the town's entire tax value.
We would need to be taking all of these assets with us to
the remainder against it could be given back to the town.
I agree with that. But in terms of people's individual taxes, I think they should be the ones paying them.
Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards Tricky Bob now.
So
otherwise, it sounds like communism to me.
In order to liquidate these these assets, though, we would need to take them to Vaingate to sell them, right?
And we would take
Well, I mean, who's going to buy them in the town?
Yeah.
The economy isn't obviously stable enough to.
You wouldn't have to go all the way to Vaingate. You could sell them in Belcanard or even Ankhorn or Thrain.
Well,
right.
We got to head south if you're heading back to Vaingate. So Belcanard, I think, would be the point of contact, right?
Yes.
I mean, rather than writing off people's taxes, I would. Actually, you know what? I'm not even in the room. Don't worry about me. I'm sneaking away.
You're just mumbling in the corner.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking to myself. This is Josiah talking.
He's got his face planted on the bar, mumbling into his.
No. I'm hiding. I'm hiding in the corridor, and I'm listening drunkenly.
What I've just
here's what I'm thinking is that Josiah needs some new gear, and Josiah's talking about himself in the third person. I need some new gear. Gimbal needs some new gear.
Yeah.
We can take a slice off the top of what we're doing. We can nullify the town's debts because.
Well, you're going to escort me to Vaingate, aren't you?
Yes, and you're going to pay for that as well.
Well, then I'm going to need to buy you some equipment, aren't I?
Oh, this makes
and you have to let me hold that sword.
You keep your hands off that.
One thing I wanted to ask. One last question from me. The general townsfolk. Now, you've obviously gone around and you've tried to collect these taxes. What was the most common reason you would have heard from the general townsfolk as to why the taxes have not been paid?
Because I don't want to.
That is such a cleric thing to say. We don't know that.
Typically, having liquid assets is the problem. The fact that there have been other things come up.
Oh, okay. So that's just their excuses. Oh, I've had to pay for. Yeah. I had to pay for my new
out of game. You know, there was like the potato famine of last year, and there was the knoll attack that caused the such and such to burn down. You know, and so overall, you know, the excuses, they're not terrible excuses.
They're reasonable. They're working class person reasons.
They're reasonable excuses, but you know, and thus Oswald hasn't condemned them all to death.
He's a reasonable man.
Well, it's also difficult to condemn an entire village to death. Right?
So
I think the good thing to do is to help these people who have suffered. Tricky Bob.
Well, we're letting new businesses come into the area.
We give them this chance. We give them this chance.
Tourism.
We give them this chance, and then if this tax thing comes and happens again, we'll come back and burn the place down.
Well, we're already taking all the extra, all the extra assets that are not using to be repaid for the all the diseased estate taxes. They're going back to the community, right? That's what Oswald agreed to. Isn't that enough?
Yeah, I think so.
I reckon just use that, invest it back into the community, and that's it.
Yep. I would agree with Tricky Bob there. I mean, as you wouldn't know this yet, but I will say later.
You don't have to pop in through the door at that point.
No, not yet. You didn't make me roll a Constitution save for the drinks, so I've still got my mind.
Yeah, no, you don't need to make a Constitution check, not yet.
Thank you.
I like this plan. Okay. I think this is a solid plan.
Oswald, you give us 2 days. We're going to continue day drinking for the day, and then I think we've got a few loose ends to tie up tomorrow, and then I think we can leave town.
Very good.
Let's do some drinking activities.
Yeah.
Well, so we leave not today, not tomorrow, the day after then, yeah?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
And as for the sword, Ranger, the reason I'm not passing it to you is because it is most likely to be considered a part of the treasure trove that may be involved in the Treaty of Vaingate.
Yes. Okay. Could I ask how you came across this?
My boy collected it this morning.
He knew where it was?
Checks out.
You knew where it was.
He gave you the letters, did he not?
He did.
Well, it stands to reason that he read them, or that I read them and sent him to collect it.
Bugger. Right. Yes, that's fair. That makes sense.
Grim.
Can you tell us more about these letters?
They're not relevant to you anymore.
But you could still tell me a bit. Well, they might. They're not. Fine.
Oswald's such a bastard to you, isn't he?
Interesting. No, that's fine. It's fine. I expect it. I roll with this now.
He's a mean shit.
Fair enough.
But that's all right.
That's
your charm, Gimbal. That's your charm.
It's a long caravan to Vangate.
It is. That's true.
All right. What's our plan now?
Okay, so I think we leave.
I just need to go and powder my nose.
Okay, let's scheme.
So take a minute to scheme, or go to the bathroom, or whatever you need to do.
Russell's going to go do some cocaine.
Okay, so we've got the extra day now. I reckon we go get our armor. Me and Josiah get our armor. We fucking tank up, and then I want to go mess with that obelisk for the day tomorrow.
All right, I got a couple questions. The sword that Grim has, is that the one that we found?
No, I've just got a short sword. Oh wait, no, Grim. Sorry.
Yeah, is that the one that we found with the corpse?
No. So if you read that note, the note that he gave us last session, the Sir Thames finished letter.
Yeah.
That's the blade that he found.
Okay.
So
isn't the sword with the corpse was like a really shitty one? That was like a million years old.
Yeah, it was all crap.
It had runes on it though.
Where's Sir Thames finished letter?
We got it last session.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I opened all of that up, but I still can't see it.
I didn't manage to get one actually sent through to me.
Oh no, it wasn't on the Google Drive or anything. He sent it through to us on Zoom.
Zoom, yeah. I wasn't getting any attachments in Zoom.
I'll flick it to you. Hang on.
Yeah, thank you, because I didn't get that.
Huh.
Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, hang on. This is the one I mean, and there's another one which I haven't really read that thoroughly.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
There we go. Where is it?
In the chat. for in the Zoom chat.
Oh man, yeah. I think I can't get any attachments in Zoom.
Oh, that's weird.
What? Are you using the Zoom app, or are you using?
Oh, you could be on the website. Yeah, that's why.
The browser.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I'll chuck it in the chat then.
Just add things in Discord if you need to.
Yeah, Hang on. There we go.
So, I have a question.
Oh, sweet.
How long is it since your characters literally laid eyes on the obelisk?
Like a day?
Yesterday, yeah.
Okay. It was okay. So we escaped probably, I would say, maybe 7 p.m. It was already dark when we got out of the.
Pretty much early this morning, right?
Well, I would say 3 p.m.
Maybe. Can I get you guys to make wisdom saving throws?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Go with save. Oh, my rolls have been fantastic. So
have they really?
Yes. Not bad.
Does anyone have Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no, it's a 7 out of 1. Never mind.
Tricky Bob and Josiah.
No.
And what did you get, Hank, for this?
8.
Okay, Tricky Bob and Josiah. Your memories of this, what happened during that whole period after you went down underground, have started to fade. And Hank, you don't remember the obelisk at all.
Because
so yeah, guys, we
got a terrible memory from the booze anyway.
Right. So yeah, we gotta go check out the obelisk. Come on, guys, obelisk. Let's go get our armor. Can we go grab our armor from the?
Hang on. Wait a minute. I have a question now. Where are we getting this armor from? The armor is dead.
No. The blacksmith's dead. We are going to We're going to sell all of his. We're going to take all of his goods with us, with Grim, to pay the town's taxes. We're taking it back to Vangate and say, "Here's."
I thought we were missing back in the community.
A portion.
Hang on. That's fine. That's fine. But where are you guys going to buy your armor?
No, we're taking it from the blacksmith's collections.
Yes.
You're assuming that he has.
We are. We're looking for. We're looking for any medium or heavy armor at his place.
That fits you.
That fits us.
We're not looking for friggin' plus armor.
It's worth a check.
Of healing or anything. We're looking for something.
Sure.
Can strap onto ourselves. Patchwork armor.
But I thought we were investing back into the community and the infrastructure, not paying people's personal debts.
Jesus
what
Christ.
I thought the agreement. Well, look. These people have suffered. That's why they haven't.
Where
paid
are
their
you having
taxes.
this conversation? Are you back in the bar now?
No, I'm not party to this conversation. I'm still.
Yeah, we wandered off from Grim.
You guys may have done. What's Grim doing?
He's by himself in his room at this point. Then
caressing a sword.
I'm gonna.
Yes,
I would really like to. I'd really like to have a little spy on him for a little while these guys are having a conversation.
How are you going to do that?
Anyway.
I am going to.
We'll have our fight soon.
Sneak up.
Yes.
I'm going to sneak up to his door.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that the doorway is on my left, on my right. That's just how I have it pictured.
In my head, it was on the left, but it could be on the right. In fact,
is fine.
I'll tell you what. There's two halls that go around to his room. You could come down either side.
Okay. All right. So the side that has the door to it, is the door open still?
No, it would have been closed once these guys left.
All right. So I would like to see if the door is silently openable.
So you want to see whether it's secretly, silently opening?
I want to invest. I want to have a look at the door and see if I can ascertain whether or not it's rusty and creaky, or whether or not
that's a stretch even for me.
Right.
Man,
you can make an investigation check.
Yeah, please. I would love to make an investigation check. Right, hang on. So what do we got? 11.
Hard to say, really. You can't see the inside of the lock.
Okay. Can I try the door very quietly?
You can make a stealth check.
No, thank you. Okay, so my stealth is really high, but I rolled a natural 1.
Okay, so as you go to open the door, the handle literally just falls off. Bonk, and the door swings open, and he looks up at you. What do you want now?
I kind of look at him and I put on an extra slur and I go,
what have you done to my door?
This isn't where I parked my horse.
What have you done to my door, you nitwit?
I thought this was the bathroom. I'm sorry. And I pick it up and then I try to jam it back in, and it sort of fumbles in there.
You're
and
making it worse.
Again,
just leave it alone.
Breaks and
bathrooms down that way, out the back to the outhouse.
I scuttle away with a half chuckle. All right.
Drunkard.
Now, Tricky Pop, hear me out. So they've had a hard time, most of these people, and most of the people who owe the most tax are already dead. So we're taking their goods anyway. Now, the people who've had a hard time, we give them this one-time pass so that the community can, free of this burden temporarily, the community can begin to grow once again, and then they can continue to pay their taxes. So it's just a one-off present to this town that has seen some stuff. And if they stop paying their taxes,
giving a debt relief is essentially only going to benefit the existing landowners, which is generally going to be the middle class and above. We have a rampant homelessness problem in this town, and people that are homeless are not going to benefit from the repayment of debt to those that already own assets. So in a sense, if we're going to donate back to the community, we can produce infrastructure and add development that is actually going to help these orphans and these homeless. By paying back the debt holders, we're essentially giving a free pass to those who have not been on top of the debt, and we're punishing the ones that actually have paid their taxes on time, who may have struggled similarly.
Well,
I say
that would all be well and
out of
true.
game. Out of game. Can I make a clip of that little speech and put it on my website and be like, this is what happens in my games. Like, this is how good my games are because this is what people think about. That'd be so cool.
All right.
Sure.
I shut up.
Also inspiration to Tricky Bob.
I kind of quiver back at this righteous speech. Like,
I think the only thing I would disagree with is that the tax doesn't go back to the town immediately. It goes to Banegate. So they're removing they're removing wealth from the country from the town, taking it 8 weeks travel back to a place that only gets travelers. I mean, how often?
Well,
compromise. Can we talk to Grim? We take all this money, we reinvest it into the town, but we ask Grim to give them a pass, like a not free, but like a delayed payment, or where they come up with some kind of delayed payment scheme for their taxes. So they give them an extra year to pay their overdue taxes or something like this. Just the pressure's off them a bit, and we can still take Grim with us, because they won't welcome him back if the taxes aren't like sorted.
I mean, we can't control what Grim takes and what he doesn't take. All I'm saying is the excess liquidity from the diseased estates should just go back straight to the community instead of going back to people's debts. That's the only thing that I really.
No, that's fair.
I think it should be used to start up a trust with Sarg as the head trustee, so to speak.
Plus,
she's
we
trust Sarg.
I think.
Come on, guys, I just want to have some adventures over here.
Right,
me too.
Okay, we're good. All right, let's do this. Let's do this, because we're still paying half the tax. We're still paying back half. That's good enough for now, I think.
Yep.
Let's do this. Now,
let's go.
Obelisk.
What?
Obelisk. We go do obelisk.
Obelisk.
Yeah, the big black stone with the dragon and the chains.
Oh, I've come back and joined you guys in the tavern, by the way. I'm like,
black
what obelisk?
Stone? Yeah, the big black stone. The big black stone with the dragon and the chains.
Ah, you're crazy.
Lyrian was there.
What?
Okay,
all right. Thing with the purple guy?
I have a thing I need to show. I have a thing I need to show you.
Oh,
before
you mean
we
the
leave.
altar in the temple, in the back of the temple, the little
Kind
altar
of.
that we broke.
Kinda. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go to the broken altar.
Why do you want to go there? I went there twice.
I think you missed something.
Well, they fixed it.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We can work
it.
on this. I've got something. How they? Yeah, we don't worry. We need to go back. There's something you guys need to see.
It's cold, man. What do we want to go out there for? I want to stay here and get loaded.
We've got a day to do nothing. A day and a half. You're coming. Come on. We've got nothing better to do. We got to close this town
better
off.
things to do. This dude brought me blueberry wine. It's yummy.
Tricky Bob. Stretch your memory. Think hard.
I vaguely remember the obelisk, right? Me and Josiah kind of remember it.
What did you roll?
11.
I did 11.
11 as well.
Yeah, you vaguely remember it, but it's fading. You're finding that your memories of that whole fight are sort of very fluid.
Russell,
there was like a
dead
guy there.
Yes. And he's
if
alive.
If I was to encounter the obelisk again and encounter the skeleton and the whole situation again, would I remember, or is it just completely gone?
You don't know.
All right. Well, fine.
All right, we're doing this. Go on. All right. But so, can I use my memory to remember that the monster? Sorry.
Can I use my memory to remember?
To remember that the monster that we did fight did regenerate.
I
want to see how prepared I can get.
It was an 11, wasn't it?
No, I had an 18.
Oh, you had an 18. Okay, yeah, you can remember that.
Oh, 16. Sorry, 16.
That's close enough.
Yes. Okay. But first things first, we should get some fire. Okay. Who's got fire? Do we have fire?
It's cold, man.
Fire? Yeah, we'll start a big fire. We'll start a big bonfire, Hank. Just you wait. This is going to be great. You're going to love this.
Yeah. Bonfire.
So, I want to quickly.
I've got a brazier. You can use my brazier.
I quickly ask Eldariel if we can borrow some oil.
She will give you
oil.
She will give you oil.
Lovely. 3, please.
She gives it to you for free.
Lovely. Thank you.
As the saviors of Greymoor.
Mm-hmm. Plenty more saving to do.
She does say to you, however, she says, and what was the fate of the third wolf you told us about?
Oh, we're still investigating this.
I see. So your business in Greymoor is not complete.
Not quite, but I'm an expert tracker, and last we checked on the night, the tracks did lead away from Greymoor. We have a general heading, and we will investigate.
I see. And when do you think you might do that? For I imagine that a werewolf in the woods during the snow might be more and more difficult to track.
Right after we sort the thing with the oil, what we need this for.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
She seems a little bit suspicious about that. Skeptical.
Skeptical. That's fine. That's fine. I think everyone thinks that of me. Alrighty.
Fair.
And yeah, so I want to drag everyone and harass them consistently until we get back to the area.
I guess I'm a little perplexed about the fuzziness of the whole event.
Yeah, considering it was yesterday, it's like we should remember it. Also, like we literally had this conversation with Cathro before, but they must have forgotten it over the last couple of minutes, hours, how long it's been.
I'm mildly annoyed. I was envisioning a day of debauchery, and you guys are dragging me back into the cold for nothing.
For some rock.
Good.
We'll go.
Yes. All right. If
we're heading to the temple, I'd just like to quickly. I assume the temple's still open. It's not like.
Well, I'm thinking that at this point, the Father Dalagar he's dead. Various members of the community are pretty upset about everything that's been going on. So the festival's basically been they're trying to decide whether, you know what, there's a town meeting going on in the temple right now.
Okay.
So the door is open, but the whole community is still there.
I avoid the temple.
Let's jump the fence.
Oh,
like Hank did.
This is going to be bad.
Let's jump the fence.
How long did it take us last time to get to the actual woods and the cave?
Oh, like
because I was out by the
half a day.
It's too far.
2 or 3 hours. 2 or 3 hours.
Let's jump the fence.
Mm-hmm. We can help each other.
That's true.
Are we stealthing? Because I'm clunky.
Not yet.
I don't suppose there's anywhere that I could get some more rope easily.
I have rope.
You can get more rope.
I'd like to go and buy some more rope.
Yep.
I'm guessing it costs like a couple of copper pieces or something.
Yes, or copper. Yeah, it's no big deal. Most people will give you things right now in the town because
we're special.
Yeah.
I look for some loose women.
I mean, maybe, Sark.
No, I doubt they'd be.
Who knows?
Oh yeah.
Who? What?
Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Are you going to go over the side of the temple, over the wall, or?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So let's have some athletics checks. We can have advantage for each of you because you're helping one another, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
Acrobatics for.
Could be.
14.
I'll take athletics.
I'll take acrobatics.
I will also take acrobatics.
I did not do too good on either of those.
Oh, wow.
Neither did I, man. That's embarrassing. 7 for me.
7.
Wow.
I'll put that in the...
Hank, apparently you're a bit impaired.
Oh, wait. No, hang on. I used the wrong modifier. Wait.
Oh, no. I might not... Oh, 20. 20.
No. Actually, I did. I used the wrong modifier because I was looking at the wrong skill, but it's the same bonus. So 7.
7. Right. So, Hank, you're a little bit impaired, sort of trying to figure out how to get up this sheer, scaly cliff, this massive wall covered in ice. You keep sliding off it, despite the fact that everybody else is over the top of it. And Josiah, you've managed to get up it, but only just. And you're sitting on top of it right now, Josiah, with your hand reaching down to Hank to help him.
Thank you, please. I'd like everyone to know out of game. I got some new dice. I've been using them tonight, and they have been utterly failing me. They're these little metal dragon hollow ones. They look really cool. They're super nice.
Wow. But they suck at rolling, huh?
Second set since we've started playing.
It's a slippery slope. Like my 4th now.
I have the most
Jesus.
naff
Although,
dice.
in fairness, one of them I got free. So, but yeah, I've fallen into the trap of buying lots of dice. It seems.
How much do they cost for like a set of dice, like those metal dice?
Those ones were a gift from my auntie for Christmas. They finally arrived from the States, so I think they were like $80. You can usually get them for. Way too much money for what they actually are, but
still,
it's an addiction. So
yeah. Fair enough. Okay, so you can make another check, but it's going to take another minute.
Oh yeah, because we got advantage, right?
Yeah.
I didn't use advantage.
Oh, you didn't use it?
No, I didn't use my advantage.
Ooh.
Damn, what an idiot! Not much better. 9 that time. Right.
He's halfway up when he slips out of your hands, Josiah. Everybody else is on the other side.
I throw my rope over the wall. And then,
I'm quite fat, so I get sweaty hands. You know.
Okay, so now there's a rope. Okay, unfortunately, you can't have triple advantage, though. I really like the idea.
No, so just wait. Just wait.
What about another check?
You can do another check kind of check with the rope. Yeah, different.
A different check.
You could do a strength check.
Look, since I grabbed his hand, didn't I? So can I?
Right, so I'll do an athletics one this time.
Hank really doesn't want to follow us.
Still,
that's 11
with advantage.
No, that was not with advantage.
All right.
I'm going to go with 11.
Okay. Well, 11 was enough to get Josiah over the wall, so yeah, it'll get you over too. But the pair of you are really clumsy at this for some reason.
I've got a grazed belly. Let's say that.
Right.
There's like a graze on my belly.
And I have a belly full of blueberry wine.
Yeah.
Right. So between the two of you, you're a bit woozy. Okay, so you hit the turf on the other side. Your boots crunch into the snow as you land.
Not stealthy for the two stealthiest members of the party.
We need to be stealthy.
It's fine. The door's closed. They're all having an important meeting now.
Perception checks, please.
Oh, perception check. Fuck, man. Sorry.
Hey, that sky is. Where's Momo?
16.
Josiah. Okay.
I got a 1 and that 1.
Oof.
6.
Tricky Bob, what's your perception?
Which one are we doing?
Perception.
Wisdom perception.
20, flaccid.
A flaccid 20.
Flaccid 20. I like that better than dirty 20.
Yeah. Right.
Flaccid 20. That's great.
Okay, well, you notice a figure behind some gravestones over on one side of the plot in this open courtyard. A figure sitting behind some like a big stone, like a tombstone.
I approach it.
Okay. You're not stealthing, you're just going to walk up?
Nope. I can't stealth.
Okay,
I'm just gonna go. Yeah.
This girl suddenly pops up from the other side, spilling the cup of whatever it is that she's holding on the floor, and immediately hides the cup behind her back and stands up straight.
Can we all see her now?
Halt.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. She stops and just goes quiet.
I'd like
Who
to
are
send,
you and what are you doing here?
Well, I'm just, I work here. It's, hang on a second.
I'd like to send Hogsmoor around to behind her telepathically, because I can do that. So I'd like to send my little owl man, Hogsmoor, to go behind her and take a look at that cup.
I'll just say, and what job are you doing right now?
I'm taking a wee break.
So you pee out in the garden?
Don't we all?
Sometimes, if I have to.
And you choose to take your break in the grave, around the graves?
I'm sorry. I didn't think anyone would notice, and we've lost so many people and all of the problems and troubles that I'm just.
Can I roll an insight just to see if it seems like she's just putting a fake
you can make an insight check.
Yeah.
I want to shake her.
Oh wait,
but I'll wait.
Wrong one. Don't take that.
Who rolled the 20? Who rolled the natural? That was Tricky Boy, wasn't it?
Yeah. I did the perception.
It wasn't a natural. It was 18 plus 2, but
okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I did investigation. I'm going to re-roll that to insight.
Can I do insight as well on her behavior?
Sure. Yep.
And I still want to look at that cup.
Okay, so you're going to sneak around her to look at the cup.
No. I'm using Frostmoor, my owl.
Oh, the owl goes around there. Okay, so you make a perception check for the owl.
Right. It's good because it's fucking natural 1.
Do you have a special? Is there a specialty for smell?
No, she's got keen hearing and sight.
Okay.
Good sight. The owl has advantage on perception checks, actually.
But,
there we go. They rely on hearing or sight.
Okay. Well, the cup looks like a cup. Looks like a metal cup, like a goblet. Which, incidentally, is not the kind of cup that you would carry a hot drink in.
I would like to get my owl to try and swiftly go down and nick it out of her hands.
Okay, can you make a sleight of hand check for the owl?
All right. How the hell am I going to do a sleight of hand check for my owl? Dex.
Well, the owl probably does not have...
Yeah, so it'll just be a +1. It's just its Dex modifier, right?
Yep.
Yeah. 20, dirty. Sorry, flaccid.
Whoa.
20. Flaccid 20.
Flaccid 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it nicks the cup.
All right.
As it does, the liquid drains out of it, but still.
All right, that's fine.
So what does it do with the cup now? Does it bring it back to you?
No, it does not. I send it to a nearby tree, just waiting.
Okay. So it flies up.
And I go, holy moly, I've never seen that before in my life. Did you see that?
Momo, second. It took a cup.
Who?
Momo, my ghost badger.
It's cold. Oh, right. Time to go inside, I think. And she starts running towards the door.
Grab her! Tackle her! I'm tackling her.
Her name is.
I'm tackling her. Can I tackle?
Right.
Or grapple?
Names. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
So demanding. So demanding.
Let's just call it a little punk.
My name is Dione.
Dione.
All right, Dione, I am tackling you.
So you're going to make an athletics check, like a grapple check.
Go. 11.
All right. 11. So I will be contesting that. You grapple her.
Yes. Okay.
Do you take it to the ground or what?
No, I'm going to drag her back to where she was, and I want to inspect the liquid that she spilled.
Oh, okay. Well, it seems to be alcoholic. It's some kind of...
She's getting loaded.
Are you drunk?
No.
How old are you?
Yeah.
16.
What are you doing?
That's illegal.
I mean, it's legal in Germany.
Are we in Germany?
I mean, this is bad, but you shouldn't drink alone or on your shift. And
I only drink when I'm alone or when I'm with people.
No, you meant to. Yeah, you meant to. Okay, well that's
fine.
You drink. You drink to have fun. Now,
what are you doing out here?
Yeah, why would you drink out here? Where'd you get it?
What do you mean?
Like, it's midday and you're in a cemetery.
All my friends are dead. Don't you understand?
That's kind of cool, right?
Oh, right. That's right. A lot of kids did die.
Did they?
Well,
they were
not teenagers.
Who were your friends?
Yeah.
Aaron was my best friend.
Shit.
Is that, the girl? The young girl?
Yeah.
Aaron was, the daughter that got mob murdered. Oh, that's quite harsh.
There's only one, though.
Okay, I let her go.
She starts backing away.
Wait, hang on.
Oh, you didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Can you tell us about Aaron's behavior in the last few weeks?
Like what?
Like we
She hasn't been around much.
No, but I mean, like, yeah, well, tell us about that. When did she stop being around? What was she like before she stopped being around?
Happy. She was my friend. We would play games.
What, you play little childish games and now you're getting blasted in the cemetery. It's
He would train with her father in
The games like Hide the Sausage, I think. Hey, she's drinking already. Right? Drinking in the cemetery.
She smirks when you say that.
I don't think you're being very truthful with us. And
what do you want me to tell you? What is there to tell you?
Well, whatever's left. We just need to know what she was up to in the last couple of weeks before.
Hey, look, we don't want to get all up in your business. We're just trying to figure out where the hell these werewolves came from. It's kind of weird. Like these werewolves came from nowhere. Like,
how does this help anything?
I think we need to take her into the dungeon.
Oh, I think it's rough.
That'll get her talking.
I go to her. I say, look, like, we're not going to take you to the dungeon. Shut up.
What dungeon?
And then
there's a dungeon.
There's
a
little
but
drunk
we're not going to
kids.
take it. Don't worry about it.
You're lying. There's no dungeon in all of Greymoor. I've been here all my life.
Yeah,
it's only 16 years. It's not very long.
If you want to pissed all the time, you'd probably notice it.
She's like, I have not pissed all the time. This is my first time ever.
Oh.
Okay, you said you literally just told us that you came out here to piss sometimes.
To piss, not
No. No, she was on a wee break. I said piss.
This teenager is foul.
Now.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Do we want to let her back inside, or do we tie her up?
Get anything out of it? Tie her up. We don't need to tie her up.
No,
Why?
she'll go. Okay, no, fine. She can go. Let her go.
She's not going to be of any help.
Well,
We've
who do
got
you report
questions.
to now? Now that
Your
what's his
friend's
name's dead. No, the temple guy.
Delegate.
Delegate.
Oh, the delegate.
Delegate.
Yeah, who do you actually report to now?
She's run off.
I don't think she decided who she reports to. She's pissed halfway through the
Why
day.
were we here again?
Right.
I can't remember.
So I'm
Right.
Why is she working?
Look over there, and I look at this.
I
I point towards the hole where
you guys are giving her shit for being drunk.
Yeah.
You climb over a fucking wall.
I thought by this point
I say
that we
not as
can't
I do.
remember.
I point towards the entryway into the cavern.
What
I don't know where you're pointing at,
now?
and I completely ignore you, and I hearken my Hogsmore to come to me with that little golden cup or the little cup.
You do that.
Right.
Russell, I walk over to the entry. Can I see it? Is that still? It's
so
still there.
What there is there's an altar and a statue that's been re-established on top of the entrance.
What statue is it?
It's the same statue as they had before. It's Coral on the Rathian, and there's a couple of other statues all together forming a shrine.
I'd like to shift it, or try to shift it to the side.
Okay, you can make an athletics check.
Advantage if we help.
Yep.
Are you helping me?
Right.
Yay!
I'm helping you. I see the futility in it, but I help you.
Well, the fat lot of good that did.
Struggling to think why we're doing
How
this.
did you do with your check?
We're going back to the dungeon, aren't we?
What for? But why? It was just an empty room.
I want to look at the cool rock again.
It was just an empty room with a skelly.
What rock? What are you guys talking about?
We need to deal with that skelly. We need to deal with that skelly.
What skelly?
I don't remember these skellies, but there was a cool
You're having trouble moving it right now.
I'm going to be more aggressive. I'm going to try to smash it.
With what?
I look around.
There's a few smaller statues that you could pick up, but you do realize that small statues against big statues will just break the small statues.
Okay. I want to walk towards the general meeting room because I need more manpower, and I open the door to the main chamber to peer in and see
Gimble's gonna make a scene again.
You see everybody sitting around inside the center of the room. There's a number of people crying.
Is Sarg in there?
People speaking in hushed tones. She's not. She's at the Greymoor Bend Tavern across the street where you left her last.
I'd like to gather the most able-bodied people there.
Everybody looks up as you come in.
And whisper to them.
And one of them says, how can we help you? This is a dwarf, a red-faced dwarf.
Good Sir Dwarf. We're continuing our investigation. We're trying to close off some loose ends. There's something in the back courtyard that we need to double check on. I need three able-bodied men to assist me.
All right.
The rest of you can continue your business.
This dwarf gets up.
Also, the child that just came in is pissed. Please detain her.
All right. Well, that causes a whole drama all by itself, and you can imagine parents and tellings off, and all of the business goes down. In the meantime, this dwarf comes over to you. He says, "I'm Belkaroth." He's this red-faced dwarf. He obviously drinks a bit too much.
Oliver,
Would your last name be Farhorn Belkaroth?
Farhorn. Out again.
He was the cook's last name.
Mm.
No.
No, bugger. How do you like Othel?
Oh, yes, he's fine. Why do you ask?
Oh, no, just, dwarf and dwarf. You see two dwarfs and...
You assume all dwarves are
I assume they're all the same. I think you're all the same family. Anyway. Anyway.
All right, he picks two random human males from the group. And
Good.
You all come out the back.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing out here in the cold then?
We need to shift this statue.
Oh, yes, this statue is quite a piece in there. Have you seen it before?
Oh, I've seen it many times now. And as they're coming over and talking, I grab my rope and I start to tie my rope around this statue.
What are you doing?
We're just going to. It'll be easier to drag it a little, not much, just a little.
Why are you moving the statue for? This is our shrine.
It was moved a few days ago. Someone moved it back in place. It wasn't like this yesterday.
Truly?
Yeah.
I've been here all my life. I've never seen the statue moved.
Really?
Really?
Well, wait till you see this. This is going to blow your mind. But trust us, has to be moved.
Looks at the others and they shrug.
We can move it right back if there's nothing there.
All right, let's do this.
All right, so tie the rope around it and we all grab it and do a full tug of man pull.
Right, he tugs on his ragged beard and grabs onto the statue, and between the group of you, you manage to move the statue, and it does reveal an opening that goes down a flight of stairs.
Well, I'll be damned.
And then it turns left, and there's another flight of stairs, and you sort of vaguely remember this. Those of you that have forgotten.
I tell them not to accompany us. I say, all right, now you've seen this. Don't go down there. It's not good. We're going to go sort this out.
The other thing that you immediately notice is that there's suddenly this sound reverberating through your skull.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It starts to cloud your mind a little.
You sure we want to go in for round 2 on this?
I think so.
What's your plan?
Okay, I hand flasks of oil to Josiah and Hank, and I think I have a torch. I say, everyone light your torch.
Right. I have a torch, so
just out of game, tell me how this is not metagaming.
How do you mean?
Well, I asked if we remembered, and we said that we established that it did heal from its wounds, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so now I just think, burn it. If we burn the room, then it'll get rid of the obelisk. It'll clear it up.
Why do you not just make the assumption that if it heals from normal wounds, it will just heal from everything?
Also, how do you set fire to
because I'm
rock?
Gimbal. Oh, that's a good point.
Aren't they all
okay? Fine. I still want to go down and investigate, but fine. I don't do the flask of oil on the fire thing.
I'll tell you what. You can make a history check, Gimbal.
Thank you. I've probably failed. I've done so many bad rolls.
Russell, can I while Gimbal is failing his roll, can I
Yep, that's a solid fail.
Can I see how well lit the tunnel is?
It's not lit.
I'm now intrigued. I'm now intrigued by the tunnel. I'm starting. Am I getting any sort of memory coming back? You mentioned that we might start to get a faint memory,
it's like it's kind of like a deja vu moment.
Okay, so with that in
tunnel.
mind, that deja vu, I'm sort of like, wait a minute, how? Like I've been deriding these guys for the last hour, and there is actually a tunnel in here, and I can't see. So I'm going to light a torch anyway because I want to see what's going on down there.
Okay. Can you make a dexterity check to light a torch, please? Because just as you start doing this, you'll notice that the weather is beginning to change and the wind is picking up and it begins to rain.
I see. Okay.
Sleet.
Dexterity check, was it?
Yep.
Straight dex.
Yep.
14.
Yeah, you managed to light the torch, but it's hard work.
Right.
And it keeps wanting to go out. And there's a strong wind picking up.
All right, so I'm going to enter the tunnel.
Dark clouds now gathering above you. Right. Anybody that would anyone like to make a perception check?
Yes,
I'd like to make a perception check.
I am confused to why the weather is suddenly gone.
Oh, also, I actually want my Hogsmoor to come down and give me that cup as well.
Okay.
Yep, and I want Momo beside me. Oops, wrong button.
All right.
Oh, that's my good roll. Fucking hell.
Perception.
Oh, 20.
Wow.
I'm going to say dirty 20 because I don't like the other way of saying it.
I like flaccid 20.
Flaccid. What about dirty flaccid?
Too many syllables, man.
Okay, so those of you that have major perception checks, you will notice that there is this heavy storm clouds have gathered overhead and formed kind of like a circle over the town.
Oh, I might be having second thoughts.
There's little beams of light breaking through the clouds in certain places where the moonlight is being reflected down and like God rays, like fingers of light through the mist and through the clouds into the town. But overall, the general gist is that everything's gotten very heavy and dark.
I think you guys should still see what's down here. We just don't touch it, okay?
I'm intrigued.
I think that there's still going to be that skeleton down there. I mean, how does he get back into his coffin and put himself back away?
Did we kill that guy or did we just block him?
No, we didn't.
But this time.
Actually, I don't remember that. I'm still fuzzy. Sorry.
Yeah, that was out of game question.
Yeah.
Gimbal, you've proven to us that the tunnel exists. Can you tell us what we saw down there?
Yes.
Can you jog our memory for us?
There was a big black obelisk in the middle. Lyrian touched it for a while and she kept staring at it and then she started talking to it while who was it who played with the coffins? So there's a bunch of coffins in there as well. The obelisk is chained down.
That sounds like a Gimbal thing to do.
And
yeah, I think it was you.
I don't look, you all don't remember this. I'm pretty sure it was Josiah. And then one of the coffins came out as the giant skeleton monster that I think it didn't follow us out of here, but it's still pretty dangerous to leave lying around.
Purple skinned and bony and Alfie, apparently. Not that I remember, but based on the things that you said and that you've proven is down there, what do you hope to achieve by going down there?
I just want to investigate a bit more. Something about this obelisk, and it doesn't seem like a great idea to leave it underneath the town.
I mean, if the statue's in place, we can put another statue on top of it and seal it up. None of the townsfolk seem to know about it.
Yeah, like if we do take it out, what are we going to do with it?
Sounds a bit like opening Pandora's box to me.
Well, look, fine. I just want to look. Fine. No one wants to play with the big weird rock.
Not yet.
Oh no, I want to. I'm just afraid of the consequences.
I am also terrified of the consequences.
Oh, let's see what happens if we walk further away from the statue. Does the storm stop?
Nope.
Damn. Okay.
The sound abates a little.
Okay. All right. Well, we know it's here. We can come back to this. Let's just seal it back up. And
all of the guys that are with you that you brought down here, including the dwarf, are quite amazed by this whole thing.
I told you three to go away.
Well, we need them to put this back. And
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
While they're all doing
one of the humans literally just walks past you and starts going down the stairs.
Hey, I'm in the tunnel, by the way. Remember?
You're in the tunnel?
I went into the tunnel because I was afraid of there was some reason I went. No, because I was afraid of my torch going out, so I went into the tunnel.
Okay, so you pop down into the tunnel slightly. Okay. All right. Can you make a wisdom saving throw?
All right.
So, well, that guy's into it.
He's a follower of Gimbal.
13.
13. Okay, you've succeeded. However, this guy starts walking down towards you, and you can make an insight check because you're facing him.
I would like to. Wait, where do I get on insight? Oh, fuck all. Damn. That is a nat 20 though. Plus 0.
He looks completely dazed, like he's vacant.
All right, cool. I'd like to push him the other way, not like hard, but like
sort of
push him.
I'd like back out.
Yeah, sort of like push him around and sort of like get him.
He shakes his head and like, what am I doing here?
And I got him on the shoulder
noise?
by this point. I'm like, hey man, don't worry about it. Hey, just come with me. You know,
right,
it's okay.
Lead him back out.
Yeah, I lead him back out.
Okay,
and then I'm like,
close.
Get this thing closed.
Yeah, we'll scroll the statue back over the top.
All right, you do that.
And then I get my Frostmoor to bring me my cup, and I want to investigate that cup to have a look at it.
The cup is a pewter cup. It's not expensive or anything. It's very cheap. It smells of rancid alcohol, very cheap, vodka-y like stuff. Moonshine.
I suppose I stopped somebody from drinking it at least. I throw the cup to the floor.
It very well might have made her blind if she had drunk too much of it.
Good deed done for the day.
Yeah, good deed.
You all go up a level.
All right.
Hey, I'll hold you to that right now.
Yeah.
All right, I say we park.
Gimbal's satisfied. Gimbal's satisfied.
Evil Obelisk.
Mm-hmm.
Let's park Evil Obelisk. Let's come to.
We need to warn the townsfolk not
at a later date.
Go in there now.
I think
or just don't tell them.
Those three know.
Yeah.
No, they don't. And they'll.
I mean, I imagine they'll have to make their wisdom saving.
I'm going to grab Belkaroth and just say, don't go in there. Don't say anything. We'll sort this later. And I give him a little shake.
I think that's a bad idea.
I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. What? Might tempt them.
I would say tell Sard and no one else.
Okay, fine.
We already told Cathra.
We can warn Sark.
But I trust Cathra.
Okay.
And I think we did.
Is Catherine not coming with us?
Yeah, she is.
We don't know. She hasn't decided.
No, it seems like she is.
But all right. So Gimbal's satisfied.
I'm satisfied. I'm done.
I'm willing to trust Tricky Bob's nous on morality.
Does anyone have any unfinished business they want to do in Greymoor? We've got
No.
2 days.
Need to check for the armor still.
I want to go back to the tavern and drink more of that blueberry wine.
On the way back to the tavern, you walk past the statue of the halfling paladin standing there with a sword up in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to investigate the statue. Is there a plaque on that or anything?
There is a plaque. The plaque says, I'm going to just copy and paste this name into your chat so that you can read it, but this is what it says.
My goodness.
Thank you.
Shrubber.
Lendfort to Kai. Sharaba Lendfort to Kai.
That doesn't seem like a halfling name.
Can I do a history check? See if I remember whoever that is.
You can make a history check. You can all make history checks.
I'd like a history check too, actually. Yeah, please.
Flat 11.
Wowza! That's a 21.
Wow. Far out. Okay. Well, 11, I'm afraid, is not good enough. Anybody else?
4.
4? No.
8.
8? Nope.
I just look around. This halfling's not actually that tall.
Hank.
Right. So I remember in my days of history with Ballerin trying to teach me some weird history.
Right. And he taught you a story. He told you a story about a halfling who did go north, a halfling paladin. And the name rings a bell, and you think this might be the one. Apparently she went off into the Frostmoors many centuries ago, or a few centuries ago at least, and came upon some weird happenings in the Frostmoors, which sent her off into the mountains into the Banakayan Mountains, whereupon she was never heard of again, and her remains were never found.
What kind of weird stuff? We talking like incest or?
Apparently, she found something, some sort of very powerful artifact or something, according to your mentor, hidden deep in the frost and the snow. And she
what
came
happens
back,
in the Frostmoors, you know?
Right, stays in the Frostmoors.
Right.
And so she went off to collect some companions, and when they returned with the companions, it was gone. So apparently she went off into the Banakayan Mountains and died of some curse sometime later.
Banakayan Mountains. All right, cool. Banakayan Mountains like died of curse.
Yeah.
Should we try to push this statue over?
Curse.
Maybe there's a guy inside it as well.
Did you say that there's a sword in the statue somewhere?
This character's holding a sword up to.
Can I have a weird look-see at it and see if it reminds me of any sword that I've seen before?
It does not particularly. I mean, besides being a generic long sword built for a halfling, which is equivalent of a short sword.
Right, of course.
And that sword's stone as well. That's like, it's not a statue holding a real sword, it's a statue holding a statue.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So why would they make a statue for someone who just went north and then got lost?
Yeah. That's a very good question, Josiah. Perhaps it's because there's some no halflings here.
What if she
there
never
is
left?
A halfling here.
Only one.
There's like two, I think, isn't it?
I don't know, man.
Catherine is a halfling, and then
I was half stoned in my history lessons.
There are a couple of halflings in the town who haven't really been introduced as characters, but you've seen them about.
We haven't added so many characters today.
I mean, people don't normally just erect statues for people who went for a bit of a wander, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
No, I don't have one.
Could we ask who's a historian in the town that might know these things?
Sarg.
I want to go back to Sarg just yet. We're just like wandering backwards and forwards like little children with more things to ask of her. If I can, Gimbal got a little side quest. Can I have mine?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Yeah, Gimbal's side quest sucked.
Yeah. Look. Fine.
We stopped teenage alcoholism.
We did. We saved that little girl, and we almost killed a guy.
Right.
Yeah.
On the road to the blacksmith yesterday, we came across the statue buried in the ground, and we exhumed and then reburied him. And there was a sword that was with him, and we left it with the corpse at the time. But I think I want to go back and dig that up.
Didn't we check it? And it was like a dingy old crappy sword.
Had lots of runes up and down it.
No, you're right.
That was a skeleton's. I thought it was a skeleton sword that had runes in it.
Oh.
And this guy's sword was just a crappy garbage one.
I thought it would like had details around who was buried there or something along those lines.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
There were runic things telling. Yeah, there was instruction. Well, not instruction, but there were details about.
I'm lost.
This was I thought this was after
the
blacksmith's house.
It was before the blacksmith's
house. It was on the way to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found a.
No, wait. Don't you mean the? Are you talking about
Thomas's
the weird?
House?
Yeah. Are you talking about the weird?
Yes, Sir Thomas's house.
Yeah,
the
shrine.
Weird Craig, the weird like Craig thing that was there.
Yes.
Yeah, shaped like a fang, and then we knocked it over, and there was a dude inside it.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy inside it,
holding a sword, right?
Yes.
Right.
And then it was covered in clay, and we broke the clay off, and it was manky, but there were runes up and down it. And Hank used learn languages or something to read it.
Yeah.
And
to take language or
told us
read
the
no
story
languages
about the burial of the person there.
Right.
And just part of me wants that sword. I don't know. It might be worth some money. Might be. I don't know. I want that sword. It's been itching at my brain since we left there, and I just want, So
let's go and get the sword then.
I want to exhume that body for the second time.
All right, you can do that.
All right.
So you now you go and do that. It takes you a couple of hours to go up there and back again. You exhume the body and you collect the sword. Is there anything else you want to do along that trip?
So this is what's just.
I'll look at that. We could investigate the house a bit more. We never actually did.
That's true. Let's look for some goodies.
Is it the Cooper's
Nobody owns
house
it.
or
And
Sir Thomas?
No one's face will get bitten this time.
Sir Thomas's, yeah.
Sir Thomas, okay.
Yeah. Okay. You go through the house. There's all the normal things you would expect in the house. There's, although that being said, the villagers did go up there and board it up after he died. And they did put away things like, food or anything that would have spoiled. So it's kind of boarded up for a dead person. It's a bit like a tomb right now.
All right. Who was Sir Thomas again? I forget.
He was the original sheriff who died prior to all of this nonsense going down.
And he had, his house was 2 levels, if I remember rightly.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's a barn too.
Has a barn, right.
Yep.
I would like to, hang on. Hang on. Now that it all is quiet, and I would like to cast Detect Magic, just for fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and see if there's anything of magical interest around us. It has a range of 30 feet around me.
So you're going to walk around the house and
walk around the house,
and the outside.
It lasts for 10 minutes. So
10 minutes. Okay.
I'd like to do the house first, the first floor, then the second floor, and then go out to the barn if I can do that in 10 minutes.
Yep. There is nothing particularly important or valuable here that's magical.
Okay. All right. Cool.
When you get out to the barn, you can make a perception check, though. Wisdom perception check.
That's 16.
16. You can smell alcohol or oil. Oh, it's high-pitched smell.
Right.
And upon
in the barn,
well, around the barn, as you get closer to the barn, if you go inside the barn, it sort of gets a little bit less. You go back outside the barn, it's a little bit stronger. If you go too far away from the barn, it starts getting less again.
Right. So I'd like to walk up to the wall of the barn on the outside.
The outside, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and give a little sniff around.
Okay, after a few minutes, can you make an investigation check?
Yeah, of course. Investigation, so that's 18.
18. Somebody has literally smeared oil all around the walls of the barn.
Right. Do I know, is there any indication, like, are there footprints in the snow? Do they look fresh? Should I call Gimbal maybe?
There are footprints. They're not fresh. They're definitely 1 or 2 days old.
Huh. So this would have all happened before we even arrived.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Okay. There's only one level to the barn, right?
The inside of the barn is split level. There's a
right.
The back half of the barn has a second floor.
Yep. Gotcha.
Can I go up to that?
Can I go?
Yep, you go up there. Yep, there's a
climb up that ladder and see if I can have a nosy around there.
The top
Did you hear that?
The top floor has a window.
Right.
And there's a bunch of hay bales and things up there as well.
Okay.
Cool. The barn has got quite a lot of hay in it, actually.
Right. Can I? Just because I'm here, I'm going to investigate some of these hay bales, see if there's anything in the hay buried or anything hidden away.
Fair enough.
I'm going to pull out my tinder box.
Well, that was a nat 1, so never mind about that.
Wow.
Bringing me up to a 5.
You find some ladies' undergarments.
Oh, Sheriff. All right. I leave those undergarments where they are. I am not a pervert.
Right.
Yeah.
Or do you make a wisdom saving throw? Just kidding.
I'll give him a little sniff.
Yeah, I want to
give him a little sniff.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Unless there's orc perfume on them. No, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Orc pheromone. Yeah.
Book pheromones.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave the barn. I'm gonna go back to the house and join the other guys.
All right. You do that.
What'd you find?
Man, the sheriff. He's only human, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
So he's not a werewolf. It wasn't a werewolf. All right. Well,
No
that's
werewolf.
good.
However, somebody was thinking about torching the barn down at some point.
No, I can relate to that. It's fair.
I'll tell you what, those of you that are inside the house, are you going to make investigation checks inside the house?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
I'm now inside the house as well.
Go.
Okay.
Oh,
no,
my lord.
Yes.
Well, I got a 12.
Oh, my lord.
I accidentally rolled intimidation.
Oops.
The house.
And I got
Intimidate the house.
Is your intimidation bonus any different to your investigation bonus?
Yes, it is. It's +3 versus -1.
Zero.
Oh,
You got a 0.
Oh, tricky Bob.
fair.
You
I
went
got
from
0.
a natural 20 to a, was it a natural 20 to a natural 1?
It was like a 13, I think.
Oh,
It was
man.
a, where am I? It was a, oh yeah, it was a 20.
Wow.
Oh man.
Okay, so tricky Bob. You find a meat locker, tricky Bob, and it's
Nice.
full of rancid meat, full of maggots.
Hey, you
Yum.
said they got rid of all of that stuff.
Apparently they had, but
Upon careful investigation.
Upon careful investigation.
Sounds like an investigation is better than the town folk.
Yeah, it was like a secret door kind of deal. Like, what the hell? And then you're like, oh, secret door. And then it's like, oh my God.
This is his midnight snack stash.
Right.
He had a meat fetish.
16 for Josiah. Josiah, in the study upstairs, you find a number of, this is apparently where the letters must have come from. And you notice that the paper is the same paper as the parchment that you find here on those 2 letters that Quill must have collected. And you can see the imprints of the letters on the paper from where they were written. You can see the quill, you can see the ink. What you do notice is that there's a number of big spaces left open on the bookshelf. There are a number of books here. There's like an almanac that tells you, of the seasons and that kind of stuff, when you can expect, when's a good time to harvest, that kind of stuff. There's another almanac or another book that is about the laws and edicts of the protectorate, the Moldrayan protectorate, the empire, essentially. So there's like a law book, a book of punishments and crimes. There's a book of, then there's a bunch of spaces where some books have been removed.
Are they the books that he was writing the letters on?
I don't think so.
Okay. Any drawers in his desk or anything?
Yeah, there are some drawers. At least one of them is locked.
I want to lockpick that.
Okay, you can make a lockpicking check. Yeah, sleight of hand.
Let's see, 24.
24. Okay, you managed to get that drawer open and you find some letters. The letters are from someone named Iamanthe. Give me a second.
Did anybody ask the townsfolk about that owl, the tree with an owl in its trunk?
No.
No.
Owl tree.
Yeah, why not?
It was like, it's clearly, it would just be like a marking, like, kids these days.
It seems if Josiah wanted a special sword of some sort, that would be a pretty good place to look.
Yeah, but the sword was taken by Grim.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's the
sword. Yeah.
Right, that's the sword.
That little punk dug it up.
I don't want a special sword to use. I want a special sword to...
I'm going to steal that
Give
sword.
to Gimval.
To own.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
wanna
steal that sword
possess
for you.
Things.
I'll give it to you. I'm gonna get it for you. I tell you this while we're in game. Right. Hey man, you know that sword that Grimm's got? I'm gonna get it for you. That's what I say.
All right, but we don't want to upset Grim any further than we already have.
Man, screw that guy.
So he can't know it's us.
It's
That's
so
all I'm
hard to
saying.
find.
That's a good point.
I'll take
Let's
it from
see
him
how-
when we get to when we get to Vaingate. He won't know.
Short story. The name is Immermanth.
How do you spell that?
Immanthe.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll let somebody else write that up.
Immemthe.
Immermanth.
Immermanth.
Immermanth. Immement.
Oops.
Oh, there we
Sorry,
go.
I spelled it wrong there.
I know. Immense.
Immermanth.
Immense.
Imagine an
Imminent.
apostrophe in between the two M's.
All right. Yep. Gotcha.
Okay.
Man.
Are there any
Something like
photos
that.
in the room?
Yes, because cameras have been invented.
Portraits. I mean, a loving portrait. A loving portrait of a dear loved one. In a
Oh,
little
you know
frame.
what? Is there a tapestry around?
You know what? There is a
Letter, guys.
tapestry.
I did
I'm going to
forget about
take that tapestry. What's the tapestry look like?
Tapestry is of a very cold scenario with some snow-covered trees forming an archway, and in the distance is this massive landscape where you see the tops of trees poking out through the snow, and in the distance mountains, and some very strange light falling upon this scene.
I'm going to take it. I am going to roll it up into a more manageable
Okay. It's
size.
in a very
How big
specific
is it?
style too, by the way.
Okay.
It's in the elven style.
Well, I would very much like to take this wonderful elven tapestry because I
Okay.
know someone who might be interested in it.
Okay. So you're literally you're stealing this man's tapestry,
I mean, I'm a rogue.
right? Just
know.
checking, just in case anybody else notices this.
Yeah.
You're going to do this
I'm stealing
on
the
the
tapestry.
lowdown, right?
Yeah.
So you're not doing it in front of Tricky Bob.
You know what? I'm not too worried
downstairs
about
with
Tricky
Bob.
Bob.
Tricky
I
Bob's
mean, I'm
finding
not-
the meat locker right now. Okay, you're safe.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to advertise
safe.
it to Tricky Bob, but
Right.
yeah.
Okay. All right. You think it might be worth a pretty penny, this tapestry, besides?
Well, I think it might be worth another spell when I level up from Ballarin.
Right.
Oh, what's in the letters?
Right. So Immermanth is writing. He's writing on and off to Immermanth over many years. Apparently, she is a member of the Daughters of Twilight, and is a member of a temple called Solanor Temple.
Daughters of Twilight. Are they assassini or?
They're the ones that all of them were into me when we.
No, those were the those were the sword.
The Daughters of Twilight.
It was the
Were
Daughters
they?
of Twilight.
Yeah,
Yep.
you got distracted by
Definitely.
them as they wrote.
Yes,
I didn't get
as they sauntered past.
They were distracted by me. Thank you very much.
Where is Solanor? Is that in Vaingate? Is that the district
Well,
there?
you are a
or-
Vaingate citizen, so yeah, you know it's in Vaingate.
Yeah, that's the district towards the south.
We need to get back to
West.
Vaingate.
Yeah, man.
What
We've
do the
been in
letters
this
say
place
anyway?
way
He's
too long.
corresponding with her.
Well, they're love letters.
Ah,
Dun, dun,
Spicy.
dun.
And further to that, they seem to have a very long, ongoing friendship, and yeah, this has culminated in this. We will send you the sword for this reason.
So the sword was from the Daughters of Twilight.
Mhm.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, okay, we definitely have to go talk to them. Do we? The question is.
I'm gonna steal you that sword, man.
All right. Well, I guess we head back.
All right. Well, let's while we're away from town, let's just go over what our plan is, and also let's get Tricky Bob up here. Stop
yeah, right. Meat locker.
rooting around in that baggedy meat locker.
Rooting around in the meat locker.
You're just like Tricky Bob,
just rolling around,
out and filled with rancid meat.
Rolling around in the filth.
I forgot my vows. Oh.
Okay. What's our plan?
Dude, let's take a caravan. Let's liquidate all of that money, put it into a trust for old Sarg. As with her as the head trustee. So I say we go to Vangate, or at least there's a town on the way to Vangate, right?
Balcanar.
Yes, several towns.
But... Let's sell as much as we can in Balcanar. So I would say collect all of the dead people's assets.
Yeah.
How discreetly are we going to be about selling the goods? Because
I don't think we need to be discreet.
I
think
do.
If we,
I do. No, because if we sell these goods, where do we put the money?
If we talk to Sarg about our plans and be on the level about it, say, look, we're going to sell all of these things in the name of the county, give you the profits as the overseer of the town, and then carry on that way, then I don't think we're going to have any problems from the townsfolk. Unless there are some natural heirs.
But I'm saying I don't think we'll have trouble from the townsfolk. But think about like bandits and so if we go to this other town and we sell all this stuff, we're carrying all this money. As soon as we leave that town, we'll probably have company. I mean, we have to be
Seems like you're betting against us there, Gimble. I mean,
we've had a pretty bad luck streak so far.
We're fairly capable, though. I'm not that worried about. I'm more worried about staying alive than the gold that we might be carrying. So I'd like to bet for us. The losing the gold is the least of our worries if we don't make it back to town.
That's true.
I'm aiming to be carrying a lot of gold in our future. It's not something we should worry about.
I agree. Yep.
All right. Yeah. What for that?
Right. So we keep Grim on our side at least until Balcanard.
Well,
I would say so.
So we're not taking Grim back to Vangate?
Oh, we'll see how far we can get with him.
Yeah, you take him to Balcanard and say, "Hey, look, you're a dick. See you later."
Oh, he's got the sword.
Yeah.
So should we take that back to? Do we take that back to the Daughters of Twilight, or what are we doing with it? If we get it,
I want to give it to Josiah.
Yeah. Okay. We can cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, I think. We'll figure this out.
Yeah. Josiah, are you you're proficient in longswords? Are you?
I am proficient in all martial weapons. I picked up a stick and I've been whacking against a tree, and now I'm a fighter.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm only learning, but I've decided to be a bit more rough and tumble and.
All right, very good.
Get a bit more gumption to me.
All right, cool. Very well then. So that's what we're going to do, yeah?
We're going to head south to Balcanard.
Head south to Balcanard. So we spend the rest of the afternoon and the next day debauching ourselves.
All right.
Because we gave ourselves a couple of days, right?
We did. Same thing I want to do.
Anyone got any last side quests they want to do before we leave?
I want to check if Catherine wants to come with us.
Yeah, she'll come with you.
And what about Abby? What's the go with her? I'll check in on Abby out of respect for Lyrian.
Abigail.
Sweet.
She's.
I thought she went with Lyrian.
I don't know. Did she? We were assuming that.
Isn't that what we decided on last time?
Yeah, I think she did actually. Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've got anything else to do in this town. Pretty well covered it. We should go look at an obelisk. No, I've got nothing left to do here. All good.
Okay.
Make sure the coffin maker pays his taxes.
All right. So you guys are going to put together some carts. Is that the objective here?
Well, I would think we would leave that to Grim. This is our proposal. He's the tax man.
Yeah.
So, all right, then Grim organizes some carts. There's a cart maker.
A coffin on wheels. The coffin maker gets in on it.
And you pick up as much stuff as you can from the various establishments that have, lost their owners, and you load that into trunks. And I'm going to say there's like 8 trunks worth of stuff. This includes things like armor and other stuff, swords and stuff, but also like Tinker's stuff includes everything down to like, needles and stuff as well. So there's all sorts of things like that. She made a lot of
really like
things. Yes. So there's a lot of saleable items. You guys obtain yourselves some new armor, I assume.
Yes.
Well, what at your discretion? At your discretion.
Well, it's not going to fit perfectly.
Okay.
So it doesn't look great. But it could be functionally correct.
Could we, once we've got, could we get it fitted? Like when we get to another? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Get it fitted in
armor, chainmail.
I would love some half plate.
Can you afford half plate?
Ooh.
Well, actually, to be honest, I'm flat broke from buying the horse. I have no money on me at all.
But we'll get a reward, right? We've got a reward coming to us.
That was the whole thing. That was my original point of this scheme, was that I could steal a piece of armor from the guy, from the armorer.
Did we get the payment up front? I can't remember.
No, payment was
it was like $500
a little bit
per
for the road. A little bit for the road, and then we gotta collect it once we get back.
What does half plate normally cost? Let's have a
too
look
much.
Here.
Like 1,000 and like 1,200 or something, isn't it? Or 800?
Yeah, about 800. Fucking chap. Hang on, let's have a look.
I don't think that Grim is going to pay for that much worth of stuff.
That's fair. What about? Okay, hang on.
He'll give you whatever the next nearest upgrade is from what you're wearing. Like,
how about? Hang on. I think I've got something here.
Can I go?
Okay, 50 gold for some scale mail.
Yes.
Yes, done.
Neat.
Can I just go for some cast-off armor? Just patchwork.
Yeah. What is the armor class going to be on that?
14.
Yep.
All right, fantastic.
Can I get 200 gold for a splint? Is it a bit too much?
200 gold for splint. Yes, and it will come out of your reward.
Yay.
I'd like some studded leather armor, but I'm going to wait till we get to Vangate for that.
Okay.
All right, I'm set. Ready for an adventure. Well, yeah, we're ready to depart.
Ready for finally an adventure.
We spent the entire round getting ready for this moment.
I don't know. I like a little bit of a pre-game before the game.
Right.
Yeah, we got 2 new friends.
I feel ready.
Come back with us.
Right. So you now have a cart and everybody's on it. Well, is one wagon enough for 8?
That's what I was wondering. Is like how many?
I'll walk along.
Fit on one wagon.
We'll come up the same way we'll go down the same way we came up, which was walking.
Well,
cart, right?
And I've got a horse, so I don't need to be in the wagon. I stand by my horse. I paid for that horse. I'm not losing my horse.
Cathra owned cattle, right? Surely she had a wagon or something that we can borrow as well.
Yeah, that's probably where you got the wagon. That makes sense. Yep. Or at least one of the wagons. You can have a second wagon.
Yay.
I'll ride in one of those wagons because I'm fat and lazy.
Fair enough. Do you have animal handling at all, by the way, Hank?
Let me just check here. No, I do not.
All right.
And my wisdom is not great.
So you won't be steering the cart?
I would advise against it.
Okay.
I can try. I got +2.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So you're driving one of the carts.
I can ride shotgun.
Who's going to drive the other cart?
Shot crossbow.
19.
Oh, by the way, Gwill is coming with you too.
Can Gwill?
Who's Gwill?
Can Gwill drive? He's a little boy.
He's
He'll be adorable. Imagine that.
I got 19.
There's 2 cats.
I don't know if
He's
it's too late or
man,
not,
right?
but what's the deal with the little drunk girl? Is she homeless or does she have a family?
She has a family.
She lives in Temple.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
What?
I thought it was a little boy.
No. No, okay. You're having 2 conversations.
There's a lot of gender issues in this game, I noticed.
So Gwill is coming with us as well. So Gwill, Grim, and
That's right.
Cathra, and then somebody just mentioned what happened to the drunk girl, and that's where everyone's wires got crossed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, if she's got a family, I don't care. If not, then she can tag along too.
She has a family.
Ah, cool.
They're busy persecuting her for drinking.
Yes.
Hey man, we're not in the business of collecting people as well, you know.
Yeah.
Well, just in case, it seems like we do attract fodder at some point.
That's what I mean. Who's the richest person in town that just wants to get out of there and bring all their belongings with them?
Oswald.
No, it's okay. Well, he's with us already. Oh, good.
And I'm already thinking of stealing his stuff, so it's probably not wise for any more rich people to come along.
What Oswald will make sure of is that he has his tents, and he's got some tents made out of wolf skin, which are quite warm, which he will share with you. You know, obviously he's not a complete bastard, but he does keep an eye on everybody, especially Hank.
Wise.
Yeah. And so you start heading south and things start getting warmer. You have to go over the Frostmoors, over the mountain range, and out through, and eventually you can see Balconard in the distance. You get to Balconard and you come into the town. It's more than a town, it's a small city. It's one of the northernmost cities. And you cross into the city, and what are you planning to do here? You're just going to sell off the stuff. That's the main objective.
Yeah, then I guess we take
Balconard, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's make persuasion checks.
I will do the talking.
I'm not. I just don't want to roll on this one. No, I'm not going to persuade anything.
Yeah, mine's not great.
Natural 20.
Done.
So 22.
I can intimidate.
So Hank got a natural 20.
Did not do very
Hank
well.
got a natural 20.
What? Okay, Hank.
Oops.
You guys make about 1,300 gold out of the stuff. That's all the stuff that you sold from Greymoor that we were able to fit on the truck, on the wagons.
How much did you say we made?
Well, you've
1,300.
made, 1,300 is the total amount of.
That's 700 profit, boys.
I'll hold on to this, you guys.
What do you mean 700 profit? What happened to the other 600?
That's
700 goes to the tax. Well, no, 400 goes to tax.
Yeah, of course. Sorry. So, yeah, right. So 900 then.
Actually, no, we said we were going to invest all of this.
800.
Well, we have to pay the tax that the dead people owed.
Yeah. Which is the
Oswald,
400.
but
so 400 was the dead people tax. And then
so 900.
It was 500, but whatever.
And then we were going to reinvest in the community.
Okay.
Yes.
900 to the community? What do they need $800 for? Why are we giving them $700 to the community?
Why is the nugget keep dropping?
30 old players, eh?
Let's keep a quarter.
What? No, we don't need to keep any of it, man.
We already got paid. We already got paid by
keep
Oswald.
none of it. Fine, we keep none of it. I've got my armor. I'm set.
We're getting paid.
Now, are we escorting the money back to? What are we doing now? Like, is Oswald carrying the money?
Hang on a second. Just wait a second. It would be remiss of me to not play my character. Did I make this deal outside of the group? Was the group there?
I didn't do it. I wasn't there.
So you weren't there? Okay. Well, no. Josiah, were you there?
I was definitely taking part in this.
You were?
I'm definitely taking part in this.
Okay.
All right. Well, when the transaction takes place,
Tricky Bob, are you standing there as well?
Yeah, I was there.
All right, good.
Well, I can't help but try and palm off an extra 20 gold into a secret little pocket in my jacket.
So you're going to try a sleight of hand check?
I'm going to do it. Yeah. I don't mind a challenge to Tricky Bob and Josiah's perceptions if they want.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'll do it.
Perception as well.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Sleight of hand. Give me the goods. Come on. 6. All right. So you can beat 21, please.
21.
21, please.
No,
I didn't. I got 15. I haven't noticed anything.
All right, so 1,300 gold. That's. I mean, You didn't say 1,300. You said 1,280. That's what I heard. So yeah, 1,280 gold we made.
Subtle.
Woo.
Really
Sounds
subtle.
exactly the same.
That's great.
Right. I see the Josiah's little keep out notice, which is interesting. He's got the monies all there.
You obviously didn't read the tab.
Where's this?
My my spreadsheet.
How do I get this link? Where's the spreadsheet? Do I have to go into the emails or?
Yeah, go check your emails.
I don't know how to check emails on my bloody Google thing. Hang on.
I'm going to turn my spreadsheet into something amazing.
Oh man, I wish I
Mine
knew how to
looks
do
pretty
that
cool.
stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Everyone watch my face as I click on Trigger Bob.
But Tricky
ready?
Bob, it's
Are
the
we ready?
content that I like the most on yours.
Well,
Tricky Bob's is just purple.
Yeah.
You have to scroll down to row
Oh,
51.
Yeah, okay, cool.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Can't see
Catra,
anything.
coming with us
Weird.
to Vanguard. Cup of dodgy fluids.
Check your emails, Tim.
Yeah, hang on. I thought I did. There's something there.
All right, cool. I'm going to work on this.
Ah, there it is.
This is good. This is my own little space in Vanguard.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
Us for the evening.
Better right. Cool tapestry.
Oh, I didn't sell that sword, by the way. I'm keeping that useless piece of shit.
Okay.
Yeah,
It'll come in handy one day. Don't you?
I feel like you kind of have to.
Maybe.
You've committed to it. You've got to keep it.
Josiah just stares at it at night, just
Incidentally,
like looking over it.
Josiah, you just don't want to sell it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll check of Garnier one day.
you can make a wisdom saving throw,
Oh, okay.
Josiah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Like, where are you doing this? Looking at the sword. Where do you do this?
When
on the
I'm
way?
in the cart, you know,
Okay.
like when it's not my turn to walk. That was only a 5, by the way.
I feel like you attempt to do it furtively at first, but then you start to lose
But it's
yourself.
like keep my hand on it.
Yeah.
Oswald is going to ask you a question while you're traveling south. He's like, "Where did you get that thing from? Haven't seen that before."
I mean, have you seen every sword in the world, Grim?
No, of course not, but I haven't seen it on you before.
Mm.
Can I jump in? Over like he found it under this tree. It had an owl symbol in it.
It wasn't. That was not that one.
There's two. There's two.
I don't think so, Hank.
There's 2 trees with owl symbols
we
on them.
found
How
this
do you
one.
know you've got the right one?
I'll level with you, Grim. We found this one buried in the ground.
You did you?
Yeah.
Everyone keeps burying swords over in Greymoor. It's weird.
Is it magical?
I don't know. I'm not magical myself.
I think it might
We
be
should talk
magical.
about our magic weapons. Grim, you go first.
I have none.
Oh. I'd like to do a perception check, see if he's lying to me.
An insight check.
Oh, well then. Me neither. It's a rough life, isn't it?
You apparently wouldn't know.
Gimble's distracted by a passing butterfly.
And Momo. Playing catch with my badger.
Catch with
I'd
your
like
bird.
my little owl, just before we finish, I'd like my little owl to see if she can scope out where he's hiding his sword.
All right.
Yeah. Hogsmoor.
All right. You can make an investigation check with your owl.
Ah, man. So that's 6.
No.
No. You don't have to come up with anything yet. So you can just say no.
No. That's what I'm saying. No.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I think that's the end of tonight's session, ladies and gentlemen. We can begin our next session in Balconard.
All right.
Yeah. Oddly enough, Balconard is a city I have not put a lot of background into yet. So
You're welcome.
Do you want to stick around in Balconard? Do I need to develop Balconard for you, or are you going to head straight to Vangate?
I wasn't planning to stick around. I've got
Can you
most of the stuff to do.
Can you describe just briefly what kind of like climate is in Balconard?
Well, it's on the very edge of the Frostmoors, just south of the mountains, so it's a little bit more temperate. The mountains protect it from the freezing cold. Right. So there's still a little bit of snow around in the trees and on the ground.
But you can still see green sometimes, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of green, and it's not like
kind of like
Greymoor
Austria
was like this far deep in snow, whereas or more, whereas this place is just there's a little scattering of snow on the surface.
Well, that sounds quite pleasant,
places.
actually.
It's not bad.
That sounds quite pleasant.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we'll probably move on through.
Balconard's also a little bit barren, though. To be honest, it's also a bit scrubby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's probably just move on through then, on the way to Vangate then.
All right.
Yeah. Don't stay too long.
Very good.
On my wish list, I wanna one day come back to the Sky Reaches. Head to Ancon maybe. Sounds nice.
I want to head to Ancon too at some point.
What's there again?
Just frosty and portside, it looks like, which is kind of cool.
Right.
I do want to go to that cavern. I want to go to the Drow cavern. I want to go so bad. It draws me.
I don't.
Yes.
You want to go to the Underdark.
I like the Underdark. I don't like Drow.
Yeah, you remember that little cavern that we came across in one of our first encounters where we
near the bandits.
where we almost killed the man and his like grandson or something. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Ballarin did. I wasn't there for it, but
that was a solid plan though.
Yeah. Ballarin told me about it.
Ballarin. Good old Ballarin.
Ballarin the Buoyant. Yeah.
The Buoyant.
The saucy man himself.
Right.
Yeah.
Question, Maria.
Hello.
Do you have an accent?
I don't know, do I?
I'm just wondering. Do you
you've got an accent.
I occasionally noticed that you might. I wasn't sure whether you did or not. You sound like a Kiwi like 99% of the time, and then every now and again I'm like,
it's the
there's like a spin in it.
Yeah. I just wondered whether or not you did, and if you don't want to tell me, that's fine. I'm just curious.
Oh no,
I've noticed sometimes you sound
originally
like like trained English.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, good English, rather than our bastardized version of it.
Say vase.
Very good English.
Yeah.
Vase. Waste.
Waste.
No, waste.
There you go.
Yeah, it's my little bit of Eastern European. I pronounce my V's as W's and W's as V's.
Right. It's pretty cool though. All right.
Good.
Well, I was just curious. It was, I'm being nosy. Forgive me. All right, ladies and gentlemen,
okay.
You have a great night, and I'll see you in a week
for the
next exciting episode of
Ciao.
Spazzes.
Sidario.
Guys.